Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Stars will too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments, you get priority reply. No incident, $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're going to get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace.
What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man, 122 pounds and 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Shout out to my friends from Goodfellas TV, from Alexis Too Sexy Salazar.
All right, man, we up in here, man. It's what y'all want. It's what y'all supporting. We gonna keep, we gonna keep banging it out then, as long as it's continue to be more content coming and fresh content. Yes, I heard Mushmouth did an interview with Lance Pugmire. Shout out to Lance Pugmire in the Pug Corner. I'm gonna listen. If I do listen to it, it'll be tomorrow. I ain't got time me listening to it. And apparently you can't use the B word on YouTube, so I had to change the thumbnail. So I knew you probably can't. I knew you couldn't use it in the title, but you can't even use the B. Man, that shit like super duper anal. You can't even use. I gotta say the B word. Now I'm not talking about the female dog one either. I'm talking about the one. I'm not even gonna say it. How about that? But let's get it in, man. Don't forget you can find me everywhere by hitting that Linktree link in the description. It's also pinned in the live chat. And it take you everywhere I'm at, from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all that's there. All right, so hit the Linktree link. It's pinned in the comment section. Find me everywhere. Donate. Or the live chat is pinned in the description under Find Me everywhere here. So also, if you want to find me everywhere there, support Venmo, Cash App, both in the description. They both CJ Good 313 Cash App, obviously with a $sign. So we're here, our Terence, Crawford, and David Benavidez talking cash money about Errol, Spence Jr., Jermell, Charlo, Jermall, Charlo, Top Rank and Premier Boxing, treat black boxers the same. So we're going to get into it, right? So, we can start off a number of which ways. So I'm notifying everybody I'm live now. You can join the Discord, either join the membership tiers, or you can shoot me $5 and hit me up on social media, and I send you the Discord link. So make sure you hit me up first, and then, then let me know who you was shooting the 5, and you get in the Discord. I'm about to clean up some inactives in there. So so if you ain't in there, you ain't active, kicking you out. No matter how cool he is or not cool he is. But really, it don't bother me. But some people, I guess, it bothers them in the Discord. D Young, salute. The pay-per-view number. I look for the pay-per-view numbers around. If we being honest, I look for the pay-per-view numbers around Thursday. Thursday is kind of the day you look for the pay-per-view numbers. So, yeah, I'll give them a while. It's different when you fight on the ESPN or the Zone. They do pay-per-view. Because if you fight on ESPN Plus, they don't use cable companies and satellite companies, so they can just tally it up in one place. They got to get the numbers from I don't know whoever participate. Dish Network, DirecTV, AT&T, DirecTV, Comcast. I mean, then you got the pay-per-view numbers that come through pay-per-view.com through the Showtime app. Comcast, Charter One, what all you got? Spectrum. Wow. So they all have to report their numbers. And you got to understand this too. The cable companies get 45% of the pay-per-view pie. The network and Showtime get 10% of the pie, and the promoter, whatever Al Heyman is, they take 45% of the pie. So all of this, Errol Spence made this, that, and the third. He don't start getting his 3 or 3 or 4% till after 150,000 buys is cleared. So, only guys like Canelo Alvarez get 10%. I think his number is 10% after 100,000 buys. Even though we already went over this. You know what I'm saying? We already went over this already. But that's the way they cut. So that's why ESPN Plus, they just keep everything in-house. They don't worry about giving the 45% to the cable companies to distribute and market. They just keep it in-house. But the bad thing about it is, you got marketing. And those cable companies, they market. That's at least they used to really market like they used to. So, I mean, if they ain't gonna market or they don't know how to market to the public, you know what I'm saying? If they don't know how to market to the market, then if they marketing and promoting the fight, and running ass, then what the hell we need them for? Somebody shared a video in one of the boxing groups with Fanon crying about he bought a shirt for Crawford and they supposed to send him a 3X and they really put it they said it was a 3, it was a 2. Like, man, just go ahead and lose some weight, bro. Go ahead and lose some weight. I got a Crawford shirt that's like a 3X and that shit look like a 4X, but I ain't tripping about it. I gotta find that. Kofi sent that to me. I was rocking it, just came disappeared. So it's probably somewhere in my folded up somewhere. I ain't looked at my cubby. I got a cubby with all my workout clothes in there. Just go ahead and lose some weight, big fella. That's all it is. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and lose some weight, bro. Shit, you can fit right in there. Shit. I'll show you some workout things you can do. Everybody just want to do conditioning when you work out. You got to pick up the weights. The weights will really burn the fat. I'm being dead ass serious. The weights will really burn the fat. You see a lot of these women go to the gym and they just do conditioning and wonder why ain't shit getting tight. Weightlifting, you ain't got to lift the heaviest shit in the world, but it builds explosiveness. And it burns the most calories, especially when you get to your point where you can condition and superset, or you just get to the point where, you knocking them reps out back to back. You ain't really resting more than 1 minute, So it's different ways, man. I'm being dead ass serious. So, you a lot of people who get frustrated, but, conditioning is a large part of it, but or just, running and shit a large part of it, but also doing different things, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead and slim down in that hole, man. Flame on 24, salute. Michael Kersey, what it do? He said DMV in the building. Shout out to the DMV. He said Pac and Ugas did 200,000 no way. Spence and Ugas did more than that. And then at the end of the day, too, that was a late replacement. When that album don't drop, it's a flop. Hey, you ain't lying. Trippie Redd talking shit about Fabio Ford and that Corey Lade, whatever her name is. Leonardo, salute. You support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. I pray this Buzz Spence joint happen, man. They should make a lot of money. They don't ever want to pay the niggas. I told you. I told y'all, you seen my video earlier. But hey, I'm there. As long as everything on the up and up, I'm there. I'm there. Leonardo, salute. Ernest, what it do, dog? See, I ain't got that problem with niggas. Niggas be having got an actual wife to go somewhere. Shit, I'm gone. Make sure, whatever need to be done, or, pay one of the kids in the neighborhood, bring the trash can in if that's a problem, or if we both going, shit, you know what I'm saying? Then, find a way to drop the dogs off somewhere and we good. Something I could take the small motherfuckers with me. As long as they fit in the plane and fit in that little bag. I ain't put my Mace Miles on the bottom of the plane. Niggas be dying and shit. I'm gonna be like Kevin Hart on Soul playing Malik. What it do? Is that a Laker hat? What is that, velvet? Shout out to him. As long as you ain't switching to a Nets hat, you know how these fickle fans is, man. Shout out to Malik B. Sean, what it do, dog? What's going on? He said, what's going on? Sean Anthony, what's going on, Mr. Ware? Exactly. You got to punish the muscle, either rep to death or pulverize hitting the high weights. I never just do one. I have a time where I lift heavy for a second, and then, I have a time where, I just do reps. So I never do heavy too long. That shit, especially them skull crushers, dog, man. My elbow still stopped hurting from doing them shits almost like 10 years ago, like 2015, 14. I hate them damn skull crushers, bro. I know why niggas use the Smith machine now, bro. Let me bitch ass niggas using the Smith machine. I get it. Like, I'm not doing them skull crushers. I do like the end grip on the Smith machine before I do them. Real talk. My elbow still hurt from them hoes, man. No matter what bar you lose, man, I would never recommend nobody do no skull crusher. There's other ways to get them triceps popping. Best place for it to happen, probably Vegas. Especially in November. It's cheap in Vegas to go there, too. I was looking up going back there last November. Hit the like button, guys, for my boy C. Shout out to my boy Coach Malachi. Go subscribe to New Media Today, USA Boxing, man. So, like I said before, man, everybody, like, you got to understand, too. I'm going to start off here. You got to understand, like, where Errol Spence got part of his cult fan following ain't had nothing to do with, sparring. 10, what was that? Like 7, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, niggas didn't care nothing about sparring. All right, you gotta think about that. Niggas ain't. This is when he got out of jail. I think he got out of jail after he fought Miguel Cotto, because he went to jail before he fought Miguel Cotto. You gotta understand a lot of his following comes from a hatred for Top Rank, all right? And you know what I'm saying? That's exactly where it comes from, because Bob Arum did cast the first stone in the PBC Top Rank war. I mean, even before PBC was PBC, right? He cast the first stone in that. And what he did was he didn't want, he was mad that Al Heyman was getting more money out of HBO for his fighters than he was getting. And ultimately, that drove both of them off of HBO. Well, that was part of it. Game of Thrones reruns doing higher than a boxing match. They would have worked together, which, Al Heyman, was willing to work with him. Really was. He was willing to work with him, but Bob Arum was hating. He was hating, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Them niggas was paying Berto an insane amount of money, bro, to be fighting on there. Berto should be set for the rest of his life just off his HBO checks, bro. He shouldn't have to throw another punch, kick, elbow, Superman punch. He shouldn't have to throw shit. He shouldn't have to throw nothing, man. And he was getting his fighters top dollar out of HBO, and Bob Arum ain't like it. I'm pretty sure Al was willing to work with him, and Bob was hating on him, and us, them pretty much, going to Showtime. And then De La Hoya, they tried to buy De La Hoya's Golden Boy. The rumor is Al Heyman put up $100 million for Golden Boy. Oscar said no. Then Oscar ran back to HBO, or he went to remission, whatever the hell he was on. Richard Schaefer allegedly ran out the contracts of a lot of the fighters. Oscar got the shit together. Oscar came back. Got some of his fighters. Leo Santa Cruz was one of them. I think Amir Khan was one of them. It was a couple fighters he got back from Al Heyman. And then, he proceeded to make the Rigan Diao fight. All right. And when he proceeded to make the Rigan Diao fight, Al Heyman, Oscar De La Hoya for Leo Santa Cruz, Al Heyman came back, bought out, Leo Santa Cruz contract, because Leo never wanted to fight Rigan Diao. Bought it back. Then, they kind of was beefing from there too. And then Canelo got whooped by Floyd, and Oscar didn't show up after talking all this shit. And Canelo's going to be Floyd. That's kind of when the Canelo-Oscar rift started. But you know what? That's definitely a different damn story about how – that's when it started. When Oscar De La Hoya didn't support him at the fight and went to rehab or something. That was – he didn't show up to that Floyd and Canelo fight. So, and then, Canelo and Schultz, Oscar went back to HBO. Oscar left Al Heyman. Then he thought he was going to be cool with Bob Arum. They couldn't do shit on HBO together. So HBO said, I heard the game. I'm going to try to get the dude on the channel, man. I'm going to have to reach out to my boy and get his name again. It's some long name. But he said basically it wasn't that HBO ran out of money. It was apparently he came on Drew Titan channel, by the way. So, if you can find an interview, I'll get the name. And then, if you can find an interview, you can find an interview. But he basically was saying that that the Game of Thrones reruns or something like that was doing better than the boxing, ratings, and they just got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much so what happened was a lot of people, and I was kind of appreciate Fotex for joining the membership. A lot of people like me I was part of that shit too. I was like, man, F Bob Arum, you know. That was me. I was like, F Bob Arum, you know, he playing Al Scammers. So then you got to remember, I think when Canelo was out over there, it wasn't no PBC yet. When they all was on Showtime together running out them contracts. I think when Canelo left, they might have created PBC not too long after that. Don't quote me on that. But then they created PBC, and then their moniker was free boxing for all. You know, they bought time slots. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. They bought time slots in the beginning. He had a lot of money. You talking about Eddie Hearn had $1 billion. Al Heyman had over $1 billion with startup PBC money. He had $1.5 billion that he had to start off with it. It, you know, rumor has it is he took 0.5 off the top for himself, and that's what you do. Anytime the network give you money for a fight, you're gonna learn something today. I learned this from Mikey Garcia when he was sitting out, when he was in litigation with Bob Arum. He was talking on ES News. He said the networks pay you $5 million for a fight. The promoter take it off top first. You know what I'm saying? He takes it off top first, so he might take $1 million off top. Whatever, you know, he might pay $1 million to let's say 1.5 to a fighter, 500,000 to a fighter, and you spend the bare minimum on the undercard, and then if he could, he'll pocket the rest. So you learning some real shit. I got this from real boxers and stuff of that nature, right? And so that's how it goes. So that's what he supposed to do. Anytime the network pay out, the promoter get theirs off the top. You know what I'm saying? If you think the promoter still ain't making more money than everybody else, you smoking crack. You think Al Heyman is a manager, and the going rate for a manager is 33% in the third, 33.3%. And Al Heyman take anywhere at a discounted rate from 10 to the early 20%. You know what I'm saying? You think he taking a discount for the betterment of them fucking fighters? Hell no. He got to be making his money somehow, some way. But he was buying TV slots on Spike, NBC. I think they did something on ESPN. And it was a story out there that ESPN was asking him, you know, it's a certain way that he get his fighters paid. Like he used advertisement. That's why the pay-per-view numbers don't matter to them. They use advertisement or something to make some additional money. And HBO tried to recreate that with Top Rank and Bob Arum, but they couldn't do it without Al Heyman. All right. So they tried to do it with Al Heyman. That's why, you know, people say they going broke. They're not gonna go completely broke that fast. That's why they, but he got a way of kind of like how he did the Budweiser tour. And if you watch that, I think it was the Rough Riders little thing on BET, and it showed you like once like the major sponsors pulled out the tour, how the tour had to stop until they found more sponsors. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like what Al Heyman doing, but don't nobody know how to replicate it. So Al Heyman for sure getting the most money. That's a fact. He for sure, his fighters for sure get more money than what's on that paper. And a lot of people report less to the commission so they can take less safety, but that's different. That's different. So a lot of this Errol Spence trying to attraction that he got, it really boiled down to the Al Heyman, it's Bob Arum and Al Heyman Cold War. It was the Bob Arum versus Oscar De La Hoya Al Heyman Cold War, but De La Hoya went back to HBO after Al Heyman ran out of contract to his fucking fighters. All right. So, and Leo Santa Cruz fought on there too. I think he fought Mares one of the fights over there. But that's kind of where people kind of start kind of gang banging Top Rank and PBC at. You know what I'm saying? That's when they started gang banging when Bob Arum did Al Heyman shiesty because he was just jealous. But nobody look at it how Al Heyman did Oscar De La Hoya shiesty though. But a lot of the brothers, I was part of that at one point. A lot of brothers got mad because Bob Arum forced Al Heyman off of HBO because he was hating because Al was getting the niggas paid the most. And, we called it the Cold War. That's like early 2010s, 11, 12. We called it the Cold War. Right? That's what the fans called it. It's before this, this real shit, like when Blood and all them niggas was doing videos, when they started, that's when it was the Cold War. And a large part of that, too, was Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. But, you know what I'm saying? How they make fights together, this, that, and the third. But that's how, like, PBC got their black fan viewership. That's why niggas go so hard. Niggas don't want to admit that they was wrong. People don't, I don't want to say they was wrong, but people don't want to admit that Al Heyman giving you BS fights. And he wasn't just getting his fighters top dollar for top fights. He was giving his fighters top dollar for bullshit fights. So that's how people started running with PBC. That's why people just hate Bob Arum based off of that, right? And that's cool. But it ain't like Al Heyman then went on his own and he didn't just do Oscar De La Hoya shiesty. He did Oscar shiesty as hell. And everybody know that. That's a fact. That's why Oscar De La Hoya got some of his fighters back. They ran on everybody contract. Danny Garcia, I don't be people promoted on Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya promoted on Golden Boy, Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? They had Victor Ortiz. They had everybody. Danny Garcia, Amir Khan. They had all the PBC fighters, which I never understood why Al Heyman just didn't use Mayweather Promotions as the front like that. I think I got the answer to that. But yeah, that's what happened. And a lot of brothers, never forgave Al Heyman. Now, a large part of them came in with Errol Spence too, but a lot of them that built the foundation in the first two stories of that motherfucking community was people who got mad because Bob Arum kicked Al Heyman off of HBO. And Bob Arum got what he owed, got what he deserved. And had Al Heyman kept a relationship with ESPN, Bob Arum would have to went to another network or create his own channel. And that was a big rumor that Bob Arum and Top Rank was going to have their own TV channel. Go ask T Street. I remember he reported on it. That was a big rumor before they signed with ESPN. Then it was going to be the Top Rank boxing channel. But that's why a lot of them dudes, man, they support PBC like that. And they just seem like, Bob Arum just did Al Heyman wrong. He just did a brother wrong. But nobody ever look at Al Heyman, which did Oscar De La Hoya shiesty as hell. And when Oscar De La Hoya refused allegedly to take the $100 million for his company, Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer allegedly, which I'm just using allegedly, ran out the contract of those fighters. And that's why Oscar De La Hoya came back and he I don't know if it was part of that big lawsuit a couple years ago, but he came back and they got to an agreement. I think it was part of that lawsuit. He got some of his fighters back. When he was proceeded to make Leo and Rigondeaux, and Leo Santa Cruz called Al Heyman, and Al bought his contract back from De La Hoya and them because Leo didn't want to fight Rigondeaux. And don't forget that Al Heyman also stopped one of the better fights on HBO from going down too. When Adonis Stevenson was over there, he's about to fight Kovalev, and then Al Heyman joined the damn negotiations. And then all of a sudden, we thought we about to get Kovalev and Stevenson run over to Showtime, and then fight Kovalev, which that was a winnable fight. Everybody talk about how Andre Ward, quote unquote, ducked Adonis Stevenson, which, yeah, that would have been a tough fight for Dre to get away from that right hand for sure. In the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, yeah, that'd have been tough. But had he made it past that point, Adonis Stevenson didn't have the best conditioning because he turned pro at 29. So that's kind of where this started at, y'all. I had to break that down. So you want to know where Top Rank and this shit kind of start, Top Rank and PBC shit starting at, bro? It started here. And it's no different on how they treat the black fighter. It's the same thing. Floyd Mayweather left. If you read that press release they released before the lawsuit released for Terence Crawford, they was quoting Crawford. They was quoting Mayweather here saying all Al Heyman, all Bob Arum do is care about Hispanic fighters, Latino fighters. He put them first and all that stuff, right? But Floyd Mayweather turned around and used that very same blueprint with Al Heyman. He used the very same blueprint. He started fighting nothing but Hispanics. He fought Marquez. De La Hoya shit made him Money Mayweather. He fought De La Hoya. Then he turned around and fought Ricky Hatton, right? And he retired because the division was too dangerous. Clottey, Paul Williams. I think that might have been Cotto before the Margarito fight. Margarito, before the shit fell out his wraps. We can show you the video of Margarito scaring him up and down in the casino resort, wherever they was at. He was scared of Margarito, and they just want to turn around and say he had shit in his hands. At the time, we didn't know that. That division was on fire, bro. Paul Williams, Margarito. I think right before that, Corey Spinks. Floyd Mayweather got the hell out of there, bro. He retired, and then he came back and fought Marquez because he had a tax problem, and the rumor was 50 Cent gave him the money. He came back and fought Marquez and blew off the catchweight. Then he fought Shane and all, man, bro. That even Shane was a little bit younger then. He had a few losses, but Shane was a little bit younger. That division was treacherous. I'm forgetting some. I think Carmen Cetron was around too. No, I'm thinking about Carlos Katana because I think he beat Paul Williams, and he fought Paul Williams twice. He beat Paul Williams the first time, and then he lost the second time, and that was it. Floyd Mayweather been around a long time, bro. And that's what people start hating. That's a large part of it too. The Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather thing, when they was on here calling us monkeys and N-words and with the R on there, and they were saying all that racist shit. I was around for that whole thing, bro. I didn't have my own channel. I was creating content for somebody else, my boy Colossal Sports TV, all types of stuff. I was around for all of that. Chopping off my Dell computer, my laptop. I broke that shit when I was drunk. But yeah, man, that's kind of where it happened. The Pacquiao Mayweather thing, the Bob Arum getting them pushed off the show HBO thing is where PBC got their large fanatics, and also they were supposed to bring back free boxing on TV, which they did for a minute, but they couldn't sustain it. They was on Spike, was turning Paramount Network. They was on Spike, NBC, and then you got to remember too, he kicked Kathy Duval off of NBC Sports. Kathy Duval used to do some good cards on NBC Sports. That's where Kovalev got his break at, and that's where Fury on regular ESPN though. Fury fought Steve Cunningham at. I remember watching that. Curtis Stevenson came back after a long layoff on that card. So that's where a lot of that hate, that's where a lot of their core fan base, and you know what? A lot of these niggas can't admit that they was wrong neither. That's where the bigger problem is. Like, if I see something that's wrong, bro, I'm not going to keep saying, like, if I give you misinformation, people say, well, CJ is wrong, and I look up and it's wrong, I'm like, my bad, bro. A lot of these dudes can't say my bad. Like, they just going to ride with the wheels fall off. And then once it come another excuse, they going to take another cynic, right? A lot of these dudes can't say, oh, you know what, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they going to be mad. They going to fear like they going to lose some money on YouTube or people going to stop following you. Shit, you going to lose subs every day. All the time. If I ain't like what somebody say, man, I wouldn't be following Errol. And I didn't like if I didn't like what somebody said all the time on YouTube or in life, nigga, I wouldn't be following nobody. I don't always agree with people. And that's fine. That's fine and dandy. As long as you don't say some wild shit, and obviously we got our rules that's breakable. You got your son let me be quiet because I said I wasn't speaking on Dwayne Wade's situation. Long as you got, some people might say, fine, I can deal with it. But as long as you ain't doing no crazy shit, man, I'm fine with it. I don't like everything Hassan Campbell say at all. But I like a lot of his content. Just using that, people say, Hassan, like I said, I don't listen to everything, but I don't like everything he say. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of shit I like that he say, that I hear. It's a lot of other channels that y'all wouldn't even think I listen to, bro. I listen to small boxing channels. That's all. And the big ones, the interview channels, I listen to them. Other than that, I don't listen to these other niggas, man. I listen to a lot of smaller ones. They more organic with their stuff. In the interviews, so a lot of stuff I use YouTube for, man. How to do shit around the house, how to fix this. You know what I'm saying? What you like that. But like I said before, that's how it got started, bro. And God honest the truth, man. Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Bob Arum hating on Al Heyman, getting them kicked off of HBO. And PBC said they bringing back free fighting, free boxing on TV, and that's how they got their fan base. And a lot of them niggas is riding with Errol Spence based off that. That's what they riding them based off that. And Al Heyman has not delivered the premier black fights that he said he was going to deliver. I don't care if they would consistently. He gave you Sean Porter and Thurman and Danny Garcia. And after that shit, it stopped. Errol Spence and Sean Porter, I paid for that to go to the movies. Great fight. But that wasn't the pinnacle, though. The pinnacle was Errol Spence, Thurman, Jared Hurd, Charlo. Those were pinnacle fights. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Charlo, Andrade, even though Andrade made some bad decisions, those are the fight people wanted to see. Tank and Gary Russell, fights people wanted to see. Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz. Those was the fight people wanted to see. And it's probably a ton of other ones that I can't think of that he didn't deliver. But those were some of the big fights that he was supposed to deliver, and he didn't deliver on his watch. We got some fights that was a lot of PBC built on was great fights that really wasn't expected to be great. Like when PBC first started on NBC and stuff, the undercards was better than the main event cards. They banned AB for fighting on there too. Go look that up. They banned on AB for fighting on Free TV. You know what Benavidez said about Charlo. I'll play it in a minute. If Al didn't invest all Berto's money, like oh man, here you go with your shout out to Shine, man. I'll be on that assistant pull machine. Haha, that machine is underrated. It's a couple machines that's underrated. Machines is great for they're great for I want to say accuracy, form. I guess that Google it's great for form. Don't sleep on machines. They great for form. When I was young and dumb, nigga, you know, I still use them, but I ain't take them seriously. Y'all support the stream, chat. Appreciate y'all. Does this stream follow 16 commandments? Well, man, I follow all them shits that he was saying, though. But hey, you know what I'm saying? That's his channel. I can't steal his Coach Malachi shit. You know, but if you want a fanboy, just don't be on that wild stuff, because I will clap you myself. Yup, Thurman for Collazo. Yeah, Leo Santa Cruz fought on there too. Did he fight Mara? Shout out to the RBD. Said Aerosexuals. He said, salute, CJ. What's up? What's going on, my boy Damon Webster? Salute. Hope very good. Southpaw Killer. Shout out to my brother CJ, ready for the truth about the real. But yeah, a lot of people can't even tell you because they ain't watched boxing back then. I didn't watch all this, bro. People say, what if Crawford lose to Errol Spence? Well, so be it, dude. I watched Roy Jones, my favorite fighter, man. Lose Antonio Tarver, man. I cried that night. I watched Mike Tyson lose to Holyfield. I hear y'all gonna meet Mike. Lion Killer do the best Holyfield impersonation, bro. He said injury Jones. Yep, Pack for a horn on ESPN. Bud fought him down. Well, yeah, that was under ESPN though, but yep. That was on the Top Rank, excuse me. What's going on, Don Dada? He said they say Cruz dug Gary Russell. They both on PBC, but Cruz' name is Heyman's. They said Gary Russell be asking for too much money. They say he be asking for welterweight money. So I heard Leo was gonna fight him, but Gary Russell be asked for welterweight money. So I gotta keep real, not mess with Gary Russell. That's just what I heard. They don't practice what they preach, fake activists, but tear down another man just because he going to beat their favorite fighter. And so be it. That's happened. Sugar Ray Leonard lost. Thomas Hearns lost. Don't mean we had to keep hating on Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. You think Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns banned from going to Panama? Because Sugar Ray Leonard damn show ain't. He did it 30 for 30, which was damn good, by the way. 913 boxer salute, which was damn good. Yeah, smashed the like button one time. Herb got back in the gym today. Man, that nigga done, man. I've seen the lifestyle that he living, started a trucking company and stuff, man. Don't come back, bro. If your money good enough and your investments flipping like, you don't even come back, dude. Ain't no point. He seemed like he doing well, and I like Jerry Herb, man. Really good dude, too. Gave me a good interview, interact with you on social media. Jerry Herb, one of the few black fighters that'll give you an interview. You know, all these other niggas, man, I don't even be one of the walkers, man. I'm talking about we making money off their name. I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you this, dog. Like, I don't make enough money off no damn interview. Now, them other niggas do. He said, for her to Fondor, that man, come on. Do we really want to see her versus Fondor? He got to show us something. What's that song by Jay-Z? Show me what you got. He got to show us something. CJ Forever Turner, a whack fight fan. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. But, you know, being over there, man, was a valuable lesson, bro. I don't like to be in groups. I like to do my shit myself. Because when you start counting on people, what Papoose say? Rest in peace to DJ K. Slay. He said, when you let another man handle your beef, it gets spoiled. That's one of my favorite joints. That Hated 11 freestyle he did, man. That shit, man. That shit was raw. He said a lot of real gems in that joint. I listen to that almost every day. Big G's, what's going on? But yeah, that's how they got their fan base, bro. You know, have Bob Arum and two Harvard brothers, even though Bob went to Harvard Law and Al went to Harvard Business. Had Bob Arum just work with Al Heyman, they could have had a long working relationship. He hated Don King. He probably thought that I got rid of Don King. He's on the down, and here comes this other black guy. He should have just worked with Al Heyman. Eddie Hearn did Al Heyman dirty too. Eddie Hearn made a few of Al Heyman. Al Heyman made a few of Eddie Hearn's fighters champions. Jamie McDowell, Kell Brook, Anthony Joshua, and I'm probably forgetting somebody in there. A few of them dudes got championships, and Eddie Hearn did them greasy. Shit, Eddie Hearn did Al Heyman ass greasy as hell. But that's where they get their fanatic fan base. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly where they get their fanatic fan base from. I was part of it. But you know what? I can admit when I'm wrong. I convinced when this show started, you know, when they fight start getting spoiled, and I started seeing how they treat the brothers, they use the same scale that Top Rank used, Latinos and blacks. That's what PBC built on. You know what I'm saying? Black and white fights, Wilder and Fury. Mark my words, if Terence Crawford was his Mexican, Latino, whatever, Puerto Rican, if he was Puerto Rican or Mexican, they would have fought 3 times already. Mark my words. Crawford wouldn't even have had them, man. Crawford wouldn't have to beg for nothing. If he was Saul Sanchez Rodriguez the third, man, this fight would have been done and squared away. This fight would have been square and done. This shit would have been done on the hot. My baseball coach used to say that. This would have been done. You know? And Al Heyman getting mad at Bob and Eddie, but you did Oscar Shiesty as hell too. Shit. You know? Shit. It's the game. They said Pooh Shiesty got sent to 63 months. Whew. That nigga first album gonna be hot, and it's gonna be over after that. Hold on. Villanova's head coach Jay Wright retires as men's basketball head coach. What? Villanova was rolling. I fuck with Jay Wright now. If I had a son, I would have had no problem sending him to go play with Jay Wright. Damn. I hope he come to the pros. Shit, come to the Pistons. Shit. Kobe 2K fans said, look, damn, I've been shot. What did I do? If Crawford was Mexican, I think he would be pound for man. Like I said before, man, this fight would have been done. You would have seen the prequel. You would have seen the original, the prequel, and the sequel. Man, this should be like Fast and the Furious. How many Fast and Furious they got? Like 9. Man, oh, they would have fought 3 times at welterweight, 3 times at junior welterweight. And they'd be going, they'd be going for at least 1 time at middleweight. Damn, they were at the catchweight. I'm telling you, man, if Crawford was any other national, if he was British, there's only one Terence Crawford. Singing that to man, that fight would be made, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And a lot of people act like they don't see the flaws in Al Heyman because they feel like you gotta, they seen the way the Philippine people and the white people support the Philippines and the UK fans and the white fans and how everybody support people blindly. And all they did was complain about Mexicans, Puerto Rican fans ain't that bad though, but Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, white, British, they complained about how they was very fanatic over their fighters and how they just, would blindly support them. But all they did was create the same thing for black people. You know what I'm saying? And then what's worse about it is, they turning on certain black fighters. And they don't interview with you and they don't support you or they can't monetize. Man, I don't care if I make 1 dime off these niggas, man. I start covering boxing. So, what? I don't know. 12, 13-ish, something like that. Before I started this channel, I started covering boxing. And it was never about money. I ain't make no money. I had the same hustle that I do now. Hey, when I started this channel, I had one day, I dropped a video. I dropped 9 videos in a day. YouTube told me that was your limit. That's how I found out. That's before I even made a dime, made a flip. Anything. I always had this hustle. And I always loved the sport, even before YouTube existed, bro. Tyson Holyfield, James Tony Nunn, all them type of fights, man. I would go back and watch the Salvador Sanchez's. I remember the Pacquiao Morales' Eric Pryor. That's how he became my favorite fighter. So it ain't, man, if I need to flex my intellect, that's no problem. I've been watching it for damn near over 30 years. Since before I could walk, I was watching boxing, man. It was that type of sport at the time. Basketball was my first love, then boxing, then football, then tennis, then golf. That's how I went. But that's how a lot of these dudes don't want to admit they wrong, feel like they was, they was scorned and hurt by the other ethnic boxing communities, and they was called, what did Fanon say? He was called a spear chucker, you know, N-word stuff. Cool. You know, long as you don't put your hands on me, that's fine. I got the right to block you and all that type of stuff. I don't care. You can make all the diss videos you want, but if we bump into each other, just, hey, you better be ready. Just like Baldy over there talking about Crawford suing Top Rank, but he at their gym. Like, he gonna get he gonna get that ass whooping. I'll just pray I'm right there to see that ass whooping. I won't even monetize it. No, I ain't lying. I'm gonna monetize it. But I would do it. I would tape it for free. He gonna get his one day. He gonna get his. And I don't care. I'll say my shit straight from the heart. You say, oh, you disrespect this guy. Hey, it is what it is. Maybe I'll get mine one day too, but hey, at the end of the day, I ain't like 5'2" neither, and 130 pounds, you know, and I will pull the trigger. How about that? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm speaking from the heart. If you don't like it, hey, it is what it is. I don't have no inside agenda, but that's how that shit happened and how they got their following. That's exactly how they got their following. And you know, that is what it is. And that's why Errol Spence come in. He they next one up. He the one that was pushing to be the next Floyd, and he failed. Now, I'm not even gonna say this. I'm gonna just keep this to myself. I'm not gonna say what they saying behind the scenes about the Ugas fight, but it is what it is. So let's get to David Benavidez, right? All right, so we gonna end this part of that one. So that's kind of like they all treat the brothers the same, and that's a fact. They all bottom of the barrel, bro. They all bottom of the barrel. You know, they putting Spence up front and all this, that, and the third, and trying to treat him like one of them fighters, man. It is what it is. You know, and I ain't mad at him, but shit, nigga, you over here talking shit and hide behind the police and talking shit. I don't like that. That's me personally, bro. That's why I don't like him. He came off like he was the big bad wolf, but he got his tail between his legs. That's why I don't like him. I would never like another person over another person. So you don't like him because you don't like, man, I don't care enough in the life about not liking somebody over somebody else. Like, bro, I ain't even cut like that, bro. Oh, man, you shouldn't fuck with him because he said this, that, and the third. Fine. Let me go find out for myself. And if he flaw, you know, because I'm starting to stop not want to cuss on here. If he flaw, he flaw. I'm fine with it. I'm going to go find out I'm not going to like somebody because you say I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is when he was going around, Errol Spence was going around here beating his damn chest like he would fight anybody and anywhere, and he knew that the Keith Thurman fight wasn't supposed to happen till down the line, and he never wanted to fight Terence Crawford. That's when he ducked Terence Crawford, you know, when he ducked Terence Crawford, and I found out he was talking all that shit, but he really wasn't trying to fight him. That's when I jumped off the bandwagon because I found out about the Keith Thurman thing later on. That's when I jumped off the bandwagon. There you go, right then and there, straight from the horse's mouth. So anybody else saying, "Oh, you don't like him?" No, when he was talking all that junk to Terence Crawford, acting like he was the bookie man, and he was really lying about fighting Terence Crawford. That's when I started fucking with him. And everybody that was there for that, you know, they talking about, "Oh, you can't say this when you with the LDBC, man." And you already know what I told them. Shit, hit the road, Jack. You can't censor what I say. Not one iota. Can't control me. Shit, I don't need you as no friend, boy. But here you go, right here.
And he starts talking shit. And he goes over there on that side and he starts talking shit to my dad. So I immediately get up and I'm like, he's in this aisle, and I'm this aisle right here. I'm in the first row. So I see him and I push him back. And then you can see in that video, he steps behind his bodyguards and stuff, and that's when he starts to get tough. You know, he starts yelling, he starts saying this and that. But like I'm saying, bro, like if he was so fucking tough, why didn't he do nothing to me when I pushed him back when we were face to face? The motherfucker had to go back behind his bodyguards and grow some balls. So by the way, they always fucking pull up to him best drunk as fuck, they can't even stand. But you know what's funny too is you don't want to talk about me when he's sober. You know, he needs some Hennessy in him to grow the balls and talk about him. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. I love his new setup, man. Shout out to them. All right. Don't always agree with what he say, but shout out to them. So you heard him. You heard exactly what he said.
He told you everything that happened. And I believe he's telling the truth because there was another video that heard surface where Charlo was saying he was behind the security, which I didn't even know them niggas had security. He behind the security saying, you broke. That's why you broke. And you already know when the niggas say you broke. You know you be playing 2K and shit, you busting somebody ass. I played it back in the day where y'all hooping and nigga get mad, y'all playing for money, or you just busting ass. You broke, nigga. That's why you broke. Cool. You know, I'm broke. Man, nigga, that's why you broke. Fine. I don't ever take none of that personal. You know, he like, Benavidez broke. He broke. You heard Benavidez, and I heard them niggas don't be drunk. I'm not even going to say what they said they be on. I heard somebody say that was there on Saturday. He said, them niggas don't be drunk. They be off some other shit. I'm like, hey, cool. I don't know. You know, and Benavidez out here punking them. Yeah, and then he's still not, and at the end of the day, it ain't like Benavidez went searching to pick on a middleweight, and like Mario going to pick on Toad or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it ain't like he, Benavidez want to say, I want to fight a middleweight. No, Jermall Charlo got on Instagram and started saying, hey man, I'll break his young neck and all this. And then Benavidez got wind and say, well, when you want to fight, well, you got to come down to 60, or you too young, or you got to be vaccinated. And his brother said, well, he really a cruiserweight. He won't get credit until he go up to cruiserweight or go up to heavyweight. He won't get credit. I'm like, what? These new fighters, man, I guess social media motherfucker, though, because really Bo did drop his belt in the trash can and avoid Lennox Lewis. He questioned Lennox Lewis' sexuality for why he not fighting, bro. LGBTQ community with Riddick Bowe would be today did that. They'd be banning that nigga fights. They'd be up front of his house like Peter, for you wearing fur. But yeah, man, like he started it. I can see if he said, well, I won't fight Charlo. I just don't like the way that he look. Black people do that shit too. Like, I don't like the way that he look, man. I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't even looked your way. Niggas just be hating on you for no reason. Man, I don't like the way the nigga look, man. You like, man, he gave backpacks to all the kids in the neighborhood. He sent all the kids to college. Man, I don't like the way that nigga look. Black people do that all the time, bro. I knew somebody that I used to hate going out with this person, dude. We should be walking. He like, man, I don't like the way that nigga looking at me. I'd be like, bro, here we go again, bro. And one day he said he ain't like somebody cousin, man. This dude, man, whooped his ass. I wasn't near to witness the ass whoop. When I came, he landed on the bed, face cut open and shit. I said, woo! I said, man, just some niggas like that, bro. Detroit, man. You come to Detroit, man. I ain't trying to say you gotta be no punk and nothing like that. And I want to say the other word, but man, niggas got that shit bad. What you looking at? I'm like, man, come on. Come on, man. I just came to have a good time, bro. I'm at the casino. We drunk one time. I'm young. I'm probably 23. 20. I might be 21. We at the casino and shit. And we laughing and shit. It's actually like Valentine's Day. We just drunk, trying to pick up chicks and shit. My homie, he couldn't get in. He was too young and shit. So me and my other homie, we stayed out there with him. We just hit the stage. We hit so many damn strip clubs that night, though. We hit parties and shit. We got 2 or 3 fights because of this nigga mouth, and we laughing and shit. And the nigga say, real talk, he laughing and shit. We hit the MGM Grand, the nigga say, hit the tape like, what the fuck is y'all laughing at? So I'm so fried. I'm just like, man, I ain't paying a nigga no attention because he could be the third victim of the night. I'm like, I ain't laughing. I ain't, man, like, you got it. My nigga was like, nigga, what? The one that can't fight and got everybody into like, nigga, what? Shut your bitch ass before we pop the trunk. And I'm just the nigga sat back down in front of his girl and shut the fuck up. That nigga like called security and shit. I was so fried, dog. This nigga's just like got a complex. Wasn't nobody laughing at that nigga, dog. Ain't like we talk about him or nothing like that. Just, just how it is in the D, bro. Like, you can be minding your business, laughing with your people and shit. Nigga, what y'all laughing at? What you looking at? Like, bro, I was looking at them damn mannequin. I was looking at them damn jeans he had on. Then you just end up fighting, dog. So, I'm pretty sure it's the same way Birmingham, Memphis, and like, for other places. But, man, niggas got it bad here like that, bro. You be wondering, say, man, one person just opened fire and just, I remember somebody got killed for pissing on somebody's car downtown because they was drunk. It's crazy, bro. But like I said before with Benavidez, like, he ain't started this. It ain't like he went to the middleweight division and said, hey, I choose you. Charlo said this, bro. I remember Charlo said he'd go up to 75 and fight better BF. When Charlo got that Henny, whatever he on that good cushion alcohol, whatever he be on, and them niggas got fights coming up too. Whatever he be on, Jermell Charlo, don't matter. Impaired, not impaired, in the middle impaired, marijuana, Hennessy, tequila, Avion, whatever. 1800, 1900, he the same person. When Jermall Charlo be around Jermell or he be impaired, whatever his impairment is, man, he a totally different person. He like my man from Moon Knight. I ain't even watched the newest episode yet of this. He like my man from Moon Knight. And they go from Jermall to his alias, Jermell. I mean, turn it to his younger brother. He be going crazy, bro. And then he basically what happened was he said Benavidez for the rest of the story. He said that his father was walking by and Charlo started yelling at his father. So he said basically he went over there to protect his father. And he said, obviously you heard him. He said he pushed him and that Jermell Charlo didn't want none. Jermall didn't want none. He hid behind the security. And he was behind somebody talking about you broke. You broke. Steven Jackson was right there. At the end of the day, bro, I wouldn't mind seeing Benavidez whoop his ass. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like I said, it's always exception to the rule. I be rooting for the brothers, and I like the way Jermall Charlo fights, but I ain't been liking the decisions. He talking shit just like Errol Spence, then hiding his hand and don't want to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, like it is what it is. If he beat David Benavidez, so be it. That's if David Benavidez get past the great David Lemieux. He said, in my opinion, Al Haymon does not understand boxing. He's coming in from the music industry. Then that's why it's up to Floyd Mayweather. We could be hearing in the Pac Stadium for the Crawford fight. The good old days, Clint, down by I still watch Morales and Pacquiao, Marquez versus Pacquiao trilogy highlights, man. Morales versus Madonna was good too, man. That's old Morales. Shit, the one he had with Danny Garcia, the first fight, the one that he was clean for, I presume. And he got caught pop hot for the second one, Danny still fight him. He gave Danny Garcia education. Danny Garcia earned, I think that was for a title. Danny Garcia, if that was for a title, Danny Garcia earned his title, nigga. For real. That was in Houston too. I was watching that before I went to the club. Sweet Pete Whitaker, the good old dad. Yeah, Sweet Pete was a problem. Man, low key, I wanted Canelo to pick Charlo and send him straight to hell. On the highway to hell. Now, I already knew Canelo was going to be. Now, if Charlo won, I wasn't going to be. I'd be rooting for Charlo, but I wouldn't be crying. Shit. He hit the road. What's going on, bro? Show to St. Louis. They don't play in St. Louis. He said, jab the like button. Appreciate that. Hook. If you send the cash apps, I didn't even getting my notification. So he said, Hooley Wood said tripping facts. That's when they started, hey, CJ, you CJ Tubby, you ain't lying. I'd be trying to admit, like, if I have to, I'm too old to be in that type of crowd anyway. I like to be around a mature crowd and shit. I like to go to casino like 1 o'clock on Saturday with all the old people and shit, eat, hold the door open for them and shit. Like, I go in, man. I really don't like going to casino like until like after. I don't know, man. I can do a good 10 to 12 or like 4 or 5 in the morning, like when the club people go home. But if you go there around like 2, that's when all the club people get out. Real talk too. Shout out to my boy Marcus of How I Run Box. Appreciate you in the super chat, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's when they kind of get to running their mouth, man. I just don't be around. There's just too many close calls, man. You be like, you mind your nigga, what? Like, what? I ain't even see you over there, bro. You looking at my baby moms? Man, now that shit happened to me. He better be strapped.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
That shit happened to me. He better be strapped. Cause that shit, I'll be like, nigga, what? But I'm like, what? We would have been over there, bitch, thumping. Nigga talk tough, man. Like, man, nigga wouldn't even say that to a nigga that was solid. Nigga wouldn't even came me something like that. Like, man, put a ring on it then. Nigga don't give a fuck about your raggedy ass baby mama. Yeah, fuck all these pussies, all these hoes out here, nigga. Like, the Twins need the hand dog, but they dog for real when they sobered up or turned up. Well, Jermell turned up regardless, but they dog for real. I never deny that, bro. Them motherfuckers can fight. I ain't never not wanted to see them niggas fight. I will say that. I don't want to interview them though. Good on that. Because it ain't gonna go good. He said that's Justin Bieber, Gennaro Jackson. What's going on, brother? He said he going to end it though. I mean, I wouldn't see them just go ahead and fight. They're doing too much talking. It ain't like you fighting Demetrius Andrade, you fighting Selucky. That's what make it worse. I just want to see y'all fight. That's it. I think Jermall got a chance. Benavidez ain't like really been tested, especially since the Ronald Garville fight. So I think Charlo got a hell of a chance. I don't know why he ain't, but then again, yeah, Benavidez big as hell though, and you probably gonna get hurt. But you can hurt him too. He ain't defensively responsible neither. Charlo big as hell too. Big as hell too. Like them niggas ain't no little niggas. It ain't like you gonna take a featherweight and knock them on their head and flip them on their head. I ain't that type of party. Them niggas big. So I mean, you called him out. Now you gotta answer to that. What's wrong with that? He calling you the B word and all types of shit. Do we gotta put some Hennessy in your Gatorade bottle before you get to the ring? Hey, that's what we gotta do. His brother said, you take the big one, I take the little Benavidez, the one that says 60 about to fight Lara. And that's what he said. But I mean, shit, I pay for that. There's some shit they put on, man. I don't care if you let me in or not. What them Buck said, you gonna let me in to get mine. I know you gonna let me in through this line. Yeah, I don't care. If it's a good product. If it's a good product, man, I'm gonna support that. Now I ain't pay for Sean and Errol Spence. I went to the movies and played the dub. I still supported it. I paid $20. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz too. I paid $20 at the movie theater. We went to Dave & Buster's for Wilder and Fury too. So yeah, like I said before, I will go to the movie theaters and throw some money down for sure. I pay the dub $20, $25. I will do that. For sure. Instead of getting your cable bill, it's $100 higher. He said that man go from Mark to Steve, and they about to showcase Jake for real now. I think it's Jake the third personality on Moon Knight. Fun if they ain't already did it. Fun fact, Morales popped for Clean, and he lives in Mexico. There you go. Whatever it was, Danny Garcia still fought him. He was real old by then. He said, who man's checking blue, but who knows? The Twins suffer from ADHD. That ain't no damn ADHD, nigga. That ain't ADHD, nigga. You ain't paying attention. You can't focus on something too long. Them niggas, man, bipolar. I don't know what them niggas is, man. But hey, them the type of niggas, if you don't know, them type of dudes, you got your, you don't know whether to, keep the hand on the pistol or we good. Them niggas flip like a switch. You break down Castanos and Jermell fight. If Castanos jab his way on in, he got a better chance. Other than if he jab his way in, he got a better chance. If he pick up the jab, simple as that. If he jab, he gonna win. Jab his way in. Touch the body a little bit more. And then start going up top. We seen Jermell hurt to the body by Rosario. I just tell him to just keep jabbing his way on in, and just focus on running the combinations to the body, then coming upstairs. I say, also that uppercut for Jermell Charlo, shit, stay the fuck up off the ropes. When he come in, instead of falling back, we just be working on just, stepping over. I just work on just stepping over, just being the matador and the bull. I just tell them get off first. If you don't feel comfortable getting off first, just keep the jab going. No, not that hard shit. That Derrick James be teaching. Just keep a good jab in his face. That Paulie jab. That just keep jabbing. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make Castanos have to make a decision. Either he gonna have to, jab his way on in, counter the jab. You know what I'm saying? And if your footwork right, he gonna have to reach. And when he reach, that's gonna be Jermall Charlo had that uppercut ready for him. You know, I think Charlo should go to his body. I wouldn't really recommend him go to his body unless he got him backing up. But Charlo just need to control distance, and you control distance with a good jab. Good jab. You don't have to necessarily be stepping into it because you throw a power jab. All Castano's got to do is slip that power jab. He in on you. You throw a just good popping jab, you know, good piston-like jab. You know what I'm saying? He got to find a way around that jab. And then when he do jump in, you know, you got to be able to step over and or counter him when he come in. You keep him off guard. You know, but some dudes that they just, you know, get in on you, bro. Once Castanos get in once and he hurt Charlo, that jab can go out the window. And Charlo always been falling to them damn ropes, bro. His whole career. And he was sticking and moving, he aggressive. You can always back Charlo up. Especially if you start throwing combinations on him, he ain't the same fighter. You just pressure Jermell Charlo. What get him by is his durability. He's a very durable fighter. If you pressure him, John Jackson pressured him. It was beating his ass till he did the Charles Martin. Well, he was the original Charles Martin. Till he did the mannequin challenge. Them dudes, you know, it ain't too much complexity about it, man. You know, them dudes beat you with attrition and conditioning. They carry power from before they get to the ring to after the ring. Them niggas 15-round fighters, bro. But Charlo's just keeping that jab. I just be working on just a consistent jab. I'll be working on Castano jumping in without a jab. I'll be working with check hooks on him, jumping in with check hooks. I'll be working with just pivoting, turning them and jumping on them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that he can do, but, you know, his coach ain't that good anyway. I said what I said. All his fighters fight the same damn way. Like, if he was smart, you know, he'll just keep that jab. He just keep throwing the jab. I have him bring his legs in a little bit more. We won't be so much for power right now. I just have him jabbing, and moving just a little bit, jabbing. And we'll bait Castano in with that Mayweather hat and check hook sometimes. Sometimes we'll bait him in, turn him, make him reset, and just keep boxing. Or I turn him and bait him, he'll fall by, we jump right on him. You know what I'm saying? But Charlo always had a problem with niggas that pressure him. That's a fact. If I'm Castanos, I'm jabbing my way in, I'm fainting, and when I get in there, I'm not head hunting. I'm working the body, and I probably rip an uppercut. Because if you notice, when he got in there with Charlo the first time, he was throwing a lot of them short hooks was short. He was clipping them, right? Short hook. This time, why not throw them hooks to the body, top. And if you are going to finish upstairs with an uppercut, then come back with a hook. Or you hold them. You know what I'm saying? Before he get off. But that's what I do. I tell Castanos, jab his way in, feint. That jab going to be deadly. Jab his way on in. And then then you get Charlo on the ropes. I just say go to the body. You're going to finish. And then if we got an opportunity, finish with an uppercut. And if we can't, finish with a hook. That's exactly what I do. If Castanos jabbed his way on in, he would have already won. He'll be undisputed. He already did win. A lot of people, but if he jabbed his way in, it'd be more convincing. That's all he got to do. If he pick up a jab, you can't be. Somehow he walk people down without a jab. Got good tight defense. I just be jabbing that nigga on. I be jabbing coming in. You know, I have him jabbing coming in, working the body. You know, working the body with hard shots, bring Charlo hands down. You know, he always can split that guard with an uppercut. Hook, man, uppercut might be the key again. The last 2 weeks have been uppercuts. You know, but that's what I would be doing. That's what I was like, he should be jabbing on his way in. If he ain't gonna jab on his way in, Charlo should be jabbing. And jab will change that fight drastically both ways. You might see Castanos knocked out if he and Charlo use a consistent jab. Everything he throw hard. And motherfuckers can't take advantage of it, just like Canelo Alvarez. Everything Canelo throws hard. Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather, that just let you know the pedigree of fighters different. Floyd load up. You know, Canelo load up. Floyd already touched him 2 times. Keith Thurman loaded up on Pacquiao. Pacquiao touched his ass and hit the flow. We ain't gonna load up versus no real good fighters. They ain't even gotta have the best defense. It's not gonna happen. And the way Charlo load up, man, Floyd Mayweather would have picked his ass apart. Floyd Mayweather might have stopped that nigga, man, or he would have had, you know, some type of rage or some shit. He would have left out the back door. Hell yeah, man. You better pick that damn jab up, bro. If he ain't gonna jab his on, if he can walk you down without jabbing his way in consistently, dog, and you push him to the ropes, we got a problem, man. That's all Derrick James should be working on. Ozan Gu's been working on that kid with just like watching Paulo Malignaggi, watching Floyd, throw that jab, throw a really good fast jab out there, consistent. That's what he should be doing. And then, just jabbing his ass, setting up a check hook, But like I said before, maybe just jumping on them and getting out of there early might be a damn thing. He said that I think David is there to be hit, and he's slow starter. He don't even fight. Start fighting to the 6th round. Yeah, easier said than done. That's a big dude though. When he get to going, man, it's a beautiful fight to see. But yeah, he don't have no he ain't defensive responsible at all. That's because he's bigger than everybody. At least Charlo going at the other and not another brother. It's the fresh breath of fresh air. Yeah. I just want to see niggas fight. I saw Mikey versus Spence at Dave & Buster's. They don't show his fights no more. Yeah, I seen why. Yeah, man. If you get in there early, you can miss the cover charge, but we paid the $10. So we spent like 50, 60 at the fucking bar piece on food, drinks, and shit like that. So then, the 10, shit ain't shit. I ain't even gonna play no games. We watched the whole card until our table was called. Yeah, Dave & Buster's cool. I'm gonna go to the one. We only got ones in the suburbs. Said, damn near perfect advice to use the jab more and test the body up. If you one of the few consecrated. Man, I've been watching this shit. Man, my grandmother got me into boxing. To be honest, I have been watching it for a long time. Because we ordered a fight party, but my grandmother got me into boxing. She was a big Sugar Ray Leonard fan. Stream. Oh yeah, want to support the channel? Venmo CJ Good 313. Yeah. Yep. My grandma huge Stars fan, bro. Sugar Short, salute. What's going on, brother? Hopefully everything good. You jab that like button. Yeah, my grandmother got me into that shit, man. Yep. I was more of a basketball guy, bro. Hit the thumbs up button for your boy. I was more of a basketball guy, man. I love basketball. Man, I used to watch the Pistons in the 90s, man. That let you know everything you need to know. How about baseball, too? We played baseball. I probably could have went pro in baseball if I knew how to hit the ball. I definitely know how to do everything else. Throw, catch. If I would have been consistent about learning how to hit the ball, I'd be pro in baseball, bro. No doubt in my mind about it. I wish it was more popular, though. Derrick James, the new Jared Dames. Rebel Life, do so non-salute. Twins used to eat crayon, man, dude. Jermell probably used to get them in a whole bunch of trouble, dog. Like money, salute. He said, support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. He said, what separates the Canelo we see today is his defense, and he kissing before. I don't know if it's his defense, bro. I don't really see too much improvement, bro. I think his biggest improvement was versus Lara. He started throwing a hook where Lara was coming out the side door. So when Lord changed that fight, people talk about, well, Lara just stopped throwing. I'm an honest dude. What changed that? Hold on real quick. What changed that fight was when Lara started sliding out the same way Canelo started, I can't think of the word. He started just throwing a hook where Aries Lara was rolling out to, and that's what slowed Lara down. He started throwing that hook to the liver, to the hip, and that's why Lara stopped throwing punches, bro. That's the biggest adjustment they made from Floyd to Lara. And ever since he fought Lara, he's never fought another fighter that's a mover. I had that fight scored a draw. But wherever Lara would slide out to, Canelo would already have that hook. Lara would slide right into that hook to the body. So he didn't throw the hook to the head because he knew Lara was going to slip the hook. So Lara kept rolling out the same way. Canelo would drop that hook, and Lara would make it a more impactful punch because he would roll right into the hook. He would step right into that hook. So that was the biggest adjustment that Canelo made to me fighting slick fighters was whatever they learned in the gym, they start kind of going to the body to slow their opponents down. So he made some adjustments, dude. I just think the biggest adjustment for him is confidence. That's the biggest thing for him, confidence. And ain't nobody whooping his ass, right? Even if it was under normal circumstances, if you say, well, everything even with Canelo, and you told me, like, what's the fighter, or you put your money, Better BF is the only guy put, and at any given moment, Better BF can get old. So Better BF is like the only fighter that I really would say I put money on. Benavidez, no offense to him, he don't have the ring experience yet. But he might get in there and he got the style. But better BF, and you say, well, who else would you think could beat him? Oh man. Better BF. Oof. David Morrell I probably hedged my bet to have David Morrell before I hedged to the Charlo twins or Jermall. Jermell got the style to beat Canelo, but I don't think he got the mass yet. He moved to 60, I have a better get, but if I'd have better BF, I'd probably say I'll probably hitch my bet to David Morrell. He ain't ready yet, but ain't too many guys that can fuck with Canelo, honestly, on the even playing field. Jermall gonna make him work though, but he gonna make him work for sure. That's what we can say. Jermall gonna make that ass work. He gonna have to put Jermall down. They gonna be fighting if he don't knock Jermall out or Jermall don't knock him out, he definitely gonna be fighting Jermall Charlo to the bitter end. That they should make that shit to 15 rounder, bro. If Canelo, hey, look here, Canelo ain't gotta fight the brothers for me. Bring 15 rounds back, Canelo. Since these niggas fight once or twice a year, man, I'll buy Canelo a shirt. I'll make a donation to his foundation to buy a shirt. If Canelo bring 15 rounds back, mark my word, I'm still trying to buy my Povetkin shirt. If y'all can send me the information where I can buy my Povetkin shirt at. Yeah, I'll buy my Povetkin shirt for sure. But I kind of want to root for Dillian White watching what he had to say today, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But there's only one Tyson Fury. Sing another song. Yeah, I'm fucking with if Fury win, man, cool. But they had a lot of respect for each other. I respected that press conference. His daddy tried to get it started. He tried to get it started, though. But, they kind of him and Dillian White and Tyson Fury like each other, bro. They cool. Cool. Losing. He say, no defense when he ain't fighting people. Then he make change it up. Well, yeah, when he fighting somebody can stick and move. As you move through the weight classes, you start to see them dudes a lot less, bro. Back in the day, we had some dudes. We had the welterweights and the light heavyweights and heavyweights, and them motherfuckers could stick. They was nice. They can stick and move. Michael Jinks Spinks, a lot of people regard him as one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. Man, he would have gave Canelo hell. Spinks was just awkward as hell too, bro. I ain't mad at him over this, but Larry Holmes should have broke Marciano's record, but you know how that go. You know the story of that. That'd be another great thing for Blood to talk about. He should have broke Marciano's record, but Larry Holmes with the run in his mouth. That's my favorite heavyweight of all time. I love Muhammad Ali. He one of my favorites of all time. But just everything Larry Holmes dealt with, bro. He my favorite heavyweight of all time. I can relate to him more than Ali. But not saying he better than Ali. Just he my favorite. A lot of my top 5 favorite fighters were tough. They was some tough son of a muff. They was tough. I like Marciano too. People sleep on Marciano. Tough white boy. No, tough white boy. Canelo started throwing when Lara was going to be. Yep, he started I'm trying to look for the word, but I just can't find the word in my vocabulary right now. In my opinion, Canelo beat Lara for 7-5. I had it 114. So, that was my opinion. Southpaw had the Charlos definitely led babies. I think I think they did my man Harrison wrong with that Gatorade bottle. I ain't forget CJ, bro. Y'all did that video. It is what it is. Spence had one Saturday. But my thing was Derrick James wasn't touching that hole for long. I don't even think he might have touched it towards the end. And that's what made it look fishy. Hey, it is what it is. Smee, salute. What's going on? Salute, my G. Say Canelo started slipping, pulling counters. We have to remember he had little to no amateur experience. I agree, better be able to fight to make it. Charlo Benavidez, maybe Andrade. Yeah, I forgot about Andrade. My bad. I go better BF, Andrade Morrell, maybe a tie. But of course, he started moving up. And when you move up, you gotta be dudes for speed. He ain't fighting. These niggas ain't walking chew bubble gum no more. And the dudes that can, like Charlo, Andrade, Morrell, he ain't fighting them. He ain't fighting them dudes. I don't blame him. They ain't fighting nobody neither. Benavidez came. If he was Benavidez like a black man in New York City, he can't get a cab. He can't even get a damn fight. He a black man in New York City. Not Benavidez know what it feel like to be a black man in New York City. Remember on Down to Earth? And he went from Charles Wellington to Chris Rock went from Charles Wellington to the black man, and he said that Joe something, he couldn't get a cap. He said, I'm black again. I'm black again. Yeah, I'm a Chris Rock fan. I'm sorry, y'all. I used to watch all Chris Rock movies, man. Down to Earth, Head of State, CB4, one of my personal favorites. You know, Will smacked him. It is what it is. I still got love for both of them. Real talk. Hell yeah, I still got love for him. He said, well, Will Smith, my dog, though. That's my dog. I don't want to put no black in it, but Will Smith, my dog. That's my dog. Will Suleiman bring back 15 rounds of Canelo ass. Canelo fart in his face. He'll bring back farting in boxing. He said that's what the Canelo's biggest weakness is. That 54 guys faster than him, just more slicker than him. Move up, you're not gonna get that. Usyk stayed at 75. I think Cinnamon would try to fight him. Man, shit. Man, I don't know what Usyk look like at 75. Usyk a problem, man. Usyk about to go down as Usyk about to crack my top 10 heavyweights of all time. He beat AJ and then go beat Fury, man. I had to think about it, but he'd be close. Him and Holyfield gonna be the most mythical and magical and most attractive damn cruiserweight fight of all time, a heavyweight fight. It's Usyk, man. Yeah, man, I had to listen to Lee Scott say Usyk a killer. Usyk a damn killer, bro. I had to really catch on because I ain't really like him for a minute, but I started to appreciate his style more heavyweight. Usyk a damn. When he did to old boy Breedish, man, that nigga ain't not Breedish, but what's the dude he beat up that ain't really never fight again, bro? He supposedly made his, I don't know if he made his debut at heavyweight yet. What's my man's name? He beat up, man. He beat this dude ass too, man. We all thought the brother had a chance. The white boy he ain't had no damn chance. Hold on, dog. I'm gonna move on to Spence for a second, bro. What's the dude name he fought, man? I seen quite a few Usyk fights though, HBO. Murat Gassier, that's who he whooped on. Oh boy. That's when I still was over at that community, man. Niggas was quiet that night, include me. I said, I can't say shit bad about that white boy. That's bad. Usyk a bad. Shut your mouth. So here we go, right? So apparently, Errol Spence posted this. Shout out to Barbara for tagging me. Line them up. I'm gonna knock them down. Hashtag the biggest. Hashtag man down. Hashtag strap season. And you can go to www.esjthetruth.com. Link in the bio. Get you one of them shirts. I'm thinking about getting one of them damn shark shirts. If you get in the ring with Terence Crawford, I'm getting one of them damn shark shirts, nigga. Shit. I want one of them damn Bernie. Bernie talking about, man, I'm trying to show nobody. Man, please, you should have went straight to that man, but yo ass, but it's your ass now, boy. See you soon. Okay, then Crawford says, I love the energy. Clap, clap, clap. Keep it up. I'm gonna smash you. Then I'm coming for your cheerleader at Twin Charlo. That's if he wins next. He said that's if he wins next. So I mean, at the end of the day, I like it. Let's just get this shit down so we can roll. So we can get some tickets or something. We can roll, if it's in Atlanta, I'm driving. I'm driving down there. I might drive down there and fly back. I don't know, but I'm driving. Hell yeah, I'm driving down there, man. And it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. That's all I'm going to say. I'm taking all bets, too. I'm taking all bets. I'm betting on the book. I'm betting some people, Cash App. If you pull up to the fight, I pay you right there. Niggas talking about what if your boy lose? So what? Like I said before, plenty of my favorite fighters got their ass whooped before. That ain't no thing. I watched, on pay-per-view, Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins. Couldn't stand Jermaine Taylor after that. So let's do it. All this talking and posting memes, and now you got the courage to get in there and fight. Good. I'm glad you mustered up the courage. Wherever you found the courage at, if you found it, if you found it at the Wizard's Palace, if you found it in a bottle, you found it in a Henny bottle, wherever you found your courage at, we happy you found it. Now, let's get this fight done. The word is you still ask for 80-20. Word is Terence Crawford still asks for 50-50. I ain't in the business, the money business, but we both need to make some compromise here. But also, Sean Porter had the best advice. He said they just need to find a number and pay each nigga a number. And my thing is, why not do like, a 40-40 split? and the winner get the 10 like Fury and White. You know, or why not just have the WBC order this fight? You know what I'm saying? Order the fight, and whoever bid the highest on the fight, go to them. You know, because it didn't make no sense cutting Bob Arum out of this fight. It made 0 sense. It made 0 sense cutting Bob out of this fight, bro. You know, if you really thought y'all was going to lose money, lose with Bob. Stick Bob with the bill. My whole thing is they can't come to a dollar amount, put it up for purse bid. You know, let Eddie Hearn and his own put the money up. You know, we got to take it to the Middle East and we can't go, so be it. Well, y'all can pull up in Vegas still and watch a closed circuit or something like that, bro. We can make that happen. If they fight in the Middle East, I don't know. Y'all meet up in Atlanta, New York City, Vegas. We can make that happen. We can make all that happen. But now he want to get courage, but he not compromising for behind the scenes. He a fucking liar. If what I heard is true. You know, and they ain't never got the money for us. Well, shit, if they don't want the money, let's start a GoFundMe. And we can put the money up. How about that? I don't know if we get to them astronomical numbers, but it need to happen. Even Canelo said on Fight Hype today, man, that need to happen. You got Canelo saying it need to happen. That fight should be co-promoted, bro. If y'all ain't got the money, that kill me. That kill me. Like, hey, let's do it. He said, Bob is on video saying that it has to be co-promotion, but Al Hammond was not trying to play ball. I think the goal was to age Crawford out. Now he's 35. He's 34. He'll be 35 this year. And that was the goal. Everybody knew that. He ended up aging himself out. Now, the rumor is, I heard before I got on, I wasn't even going to say nothing. People keep saying, you know, in the boxing world that Ugas took a dive. But, boy, if you took a dive, boy, you, man, ain't no money, ain't no amount of money to take a dive to take the ass whooping he took. How about that? Ain't no amount of money good enough for me to take that type of dive. So I don't believe it, bro. That's my opinion, bro. It just look like Ugas that's what he do. And if Ugas took a dive, so be it. I don't care. You know, long as Bud ain't or Errol ain't taking no dive, I just want to see a good, wholesome, all Negro showdown. That's it. You know, and put Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis and all them niggas on. Well, he on Top Rank. Put some good people on the undercard. You know, bring Issa Cruz back. Let him fight Frank Martin or something. But that'd be a nice little co-feature. They like little people. Shit, that'd be a nice little co-feature. But like I said before, that's what they didn't ever want to fight him, bro. Like, it's so many sound clips to talk about it, bro. And people still blind because he beat a C-level fight. You notice, you know, when he fight a fighter below a C-level fighter, the knockout started coming back. You know, you notice that, man. You notice when, you know, Vada, you know, them niggas ain't been testing over there, bro. Jermell Charlo already told them niggas wasn't testing. And when did they start testing? A month out? All of a sudden, this nigga don't get tired. You ever seen a nigga took 19 months off of nothing and he don't get tired? Man, that's bullshit. I tell you that right now. This nigga conditioning was peak. Ain't wasn't no excuse. Hey, I knew what it was. Tell me we had divided paper. I ain't see the nigga post a blood sample. I ain't see a nigga post a cup of pee like Floyd Mayweather, Shakur Stevenson, sign a paper. Them nigga, man, Jermell Charlo already told y'all the truth. Them niggas ain't testing. That's gonna be another excuse. When Bud say, well, we need to test for this amount of time. He go, oh no, man, I'm the HR. Ain't no testing. Ain't no testing. Watch, I'm telling you. That nigga ain't trying to test, man. Bro, it's been said about him, man. Them niggas gonna be testing people over there. That's why, you know, man, I don't only know how Terence gonna protect his interests, man. You can go ahead and knock this dude out. And people say, well, you know, Errol fought some great for man. Nigga, they names. Anybody can be built up. Zeus Simmons was fucking built up. Names. That's all it is. Sean Porter got his dick knocked in the dirt. Keith Thurman did what he already did with Danny and Shine. We went over that last night. Not saying he ain't no good fighter. He a good fighter. But we know for a fact we ain't seen that nigga punching like that since the Ocampo fight. Or the Lamont Peterson fight. We ain't seen that nigga punching like that. All of a sudden, then nigga come off a 19 and he punching harder. Man, y'all better stay woke. That Gatorade bottle wasn't the only thing. Like, ain't nobody dumb. But I don't think that's a hell of a demand. That nigga better be getting like $30 million to take that amount of ass whooping, boy. I gotta say it. I don't believe it. That's my opinion. But people talking about it, I don't really care about it. Like Ugas, I don't really care. If he took a dive, hopefully it was worth it. That's what Canelo Biggs. We don't care. Read that one. Chris Rock said he won't talk till he get paid. I see that. I don't blame him. What's going on, bro?
Good, bro.
He said, "You think he can beat Fury Usyk?" Yeah. I think Usyk gonna sky the limit, man. If AJ beat Usyk, he the king of rematches, nigga.
He the comeback king.
You ain't lying, nigga. He that nigga down in 2K by 20 and come all the way back before it's 21 and whoop you up.
20, 30. You ain't see the comment that I posted. I told that boy right on that post. I tagged you on that joint. I said, boy, don't let me find out you about to fight Keith Thurman now. Out here posting this bullshit.
Man, motherfucker. I was watching the Boondock episode where Ronald Reagan told Uncle Ruckus that God was white and to convert as many people as he could.
What?
You ain't seen that episode? It's the first episode. I think it's either the last episode of season 1 or the first episode of season. No, it's the last episode of season 1.
I can't remember.
It was the last one when Ronald Reagan told that nigga like he's like you because he got cancer and shit in his back or whatever. And
he said
Ronald Reagan told him that God was white and shit. And he started going around trying to convert people. It's the same one where Huey trying to say the brother Shabazz from the electric chair. This shit was fun. It's the last. It's definitely the last episode of season 1. It's definitely the last one.
Definitely gonna watch it. I'm watching it right after this.
Man, nigga, man. That's what he gonna be like, man. It did. What's my man's name that Usher took his wife? Tom.
Tom, but he was like, I'm afraid of anal rape.
Yeah, he said that Tom was like, he's actually telling the truth. Robert was like, what? He was like, we supposed to be here to try to stop him. That's what it's gonna be with Spence. If Spence fight Keith Thurman to go against his, he can say whatever. They just gonna roll with it.
They just gonna listen. If Spence say something stupid, and I don't put nothing past him, if he say Keith Thurman a bigger fight, I've been wanting to fight Keith Thurman. Everybody gonna say Keith Thurman was a bigger fight anyway. We been wanting Keith Thurman. That's what they gonna say.
Yeah, people already saying people saying that behind the scenes. Hey, people saying behind the scenes. I ain't gonna say nobody named that. Oh, he's such a bigger draw than than Crawford. I'm waiting for these numbers.
Listen, don't get me started. You about to make me upset. Don't get me started. I don't want to hear that. You had the whole tech, every little league PAL in Texas at his goddamn fight. What?
That's
what
Police Athletic League. For y'all who don't know.
Yeah, you had every PAL from every county there. You had every Girl Scout sector there.
You know, man.
Little league. You had everybody.
I bet they had some fire Girl Scout cookies in that hole.
They probably did. They got the, you know me, I like the peanut butter ones, even though I'm allergic to peanuts. I just found out last week I'm allergic to peanuts.
What? You been going through your whole life and I know what's your is scratching?
Bro. No, and I'm allergic to wheat. I can't.
What's your allergy? But what happened?
Bro,
eyes get puffy?
It affect my asthma and my breathing.
Oh, I'm about to say that's what happened. You go pescatarian, nigga.
No. This is something that like I probably developed as I got older. But wheat,
that shit do happen like that.
Yeah,
that shit
wheat too. You know what that means? You know what that means? If I can't eat wheat, ain't no pumpernickel bread for me no more, bro. I can't
eat no everything, pancakes and shit. You gotta make your own
cookies. Shit.
You probably you ain't got no wheat-free cookies, nigga. Damn, like, it is what it is.
Gluten-free.
You gotta stay alive, bro. You gotta stay alive. Gluten-free might not be that bad. You might can find you a dog-ass recipe. Usyk Undisputed Run is probably the best in today's era, man. If he make another run in heavyweight, bro, man, I bow down.
Imagine if my dream scenario is him, Better BF, and Terence Crawford all getting undisputed at some point.
He said Spence fans saying Errol wasn't hurt multiple. Well, we already went over. I'm not about to continue.
We went over. We're not going to debate facts.
Bud ain't losing to Spence. That's for sure. I mean, you never know. I wouldn't put it past him.
We don't know. You see, I think CJ. I think what people got confused is this. People make it seem like, and you know what? We getting labeled something because people trying to make it seem like one, it's us against the others, right? And then it's us against the ops. When now they labeling us Bud fans. let's make this clear. We are fans of boxing. We're not pro-black boxing fans, even though we root for the brothers in the fight. Duh, we gonna do that because we're humans and humans are tribal by nature. But they're labeling us Bud fans. That's not true. We never said, no one ever said, we think Bud is gonna beat this dude. Duh. But we not saying Spence don't got a chance at beating Bud. He definitely does have a chance.
He definitely. That's why you want to see the fight.
Yeah, that's why we want to see the fight. If I don't want to see, like for instance, the only reason why I'm even interested in going to Tank versus Rolly is because it's something to do on my birthday weekend. I know that's a excuse my language, CJ. That's a shit show waiting to happen.
You definitely know somebody's gonna get knocked out though. So
yeah, we know somebody gonna get knocked out. But 90% of the 90% goes to Tank knocking out Rolly. But
Rolly
somebody get
I'm
knocked
gonna
out.
call you wherever I'll be in Georgia. I'm gonna call you when I'm in Georgia, even if I'm on the damn road. I'm gonna call your ass. I'm just gonna say, Steve Rolling.
Rolling. No, what's the name of that's what's Rick Ross man's name? The one with the diesel dreads. He cut his dreads off though.
You talking about my man's the light skinned one?
Yeah, the one that 50 beat up.
Gunplay.
Rolling.
He had a song I like too, dog. back.
He got a few songs that I like. He
said, "Blood ain't losing spin." But I said before, I ain't know I'm a boxing fan, dude. But they want to talk all that crazy shit and made it seem like that, bro. Because they ain't got no knowledge.
The divide lines. That's what it was. Like they tried to make it seem like it's team this.
They both black. Like at the end of the day, at least I ain't got to deal with the racial slurs.
And I was just thinking about this while I'm driving home. Like they made it to where it was like. When they go around saying that, you see how you just said the fight need to happen. I just want to see the fight happen. When they say things like, and it go back to what Mike Tyson said, when they see things like, oh, Earl's so much more of a bigger draw. Well, if Earl's a big draw, right? If he's this big ass draw, all right, he's a big draw. But it may be a semi draw. What he's doing is taking food out of another black man's mouth. Because that's that black man's biggest payday. And it's also taking food out of his mouth because most likely that's his biggest payday now because he don't got that Canelo check to bank on. So why would you take an opportunity away from another black man? And why would these monkeys get on YouTube and sit here and talk business when you pushing a narrative that's taking money away from both guys in the end? Why? Because you don't want to see him win? You don't get paid off of him. We all want to see the fight.
Come on, you ain't get somebody to interview. Cool, that's all right. There ain't no reason to hate nobody.
They don't reason. All right, and then I don't know how the YouTube algorithms work with the way they pay out. Even if you don't get an interview from the guy, you could just talk about him. You still gonna make videos about Bud all you want. You still gonna get paid off of it. So what the hell you mad for? It's not like he did like how he did with you and put a cease and desist out. All you gotta do is just talk about the fight, build the fight up. But that's what happened. I ain't no sucker, and I don't got sucker in my blood. These dudes, they got suckers. We
all know the nigga sensitive. That is what it is. I mean, everybody, that is what it is.
Sensitivity.
He'll tell you that shit himself. Probably, I ain't really tripping. Shit, I said what I said. I mean, hey, but my whole thing is. I mean, shit, I just want to see the fight, and I think you go with this nigga Errol Spence was going around years acting like he was that nigga, and he was gonna smash you. Had us believing he was gonna smash you, and then it turned out that he was capping about him and Keith Thurman for years. Like, come on, I'm supposed to just turn the blind out of that? Hell no. And this dude got better through that time too. When the Fizz Diaz fight was when I knew he was a problem.
That's when I knew he was mean. I was like, why is he so angry?
That's when I knew he was a problem. I mean, they wanted to wait him out, and now he gonna sit around for a whole year. And you can't trust this dude, man. Come month before the fight. Oh, my eye again. You can't trust him. Sitting around. That's why Triple G lost his prime. Sitting around writing on Canelo checks.
Canelo, his prime literally went right the door. Yeah. It didn't even end outside. It ended outside the ring. It even ended inside the ring.
Yeah.
He just got mad from start to finish.
Chris to say, so PBC is a pro medicine company. Pro boxing champion. Well, that's what boxing built on. That's what everybody believe in. But Eddie Hearn, if Eddie Hearn ever find that out and that's make him money, he'll be on that too. Errol Spence got the type of fans. Yeah, Errol Spence got the type of fans that's gonna dog him if he lose. No, I don't think so, bro. They
I
gonna
don't
make
think so.
excuses. They ain't dog Wilder. Oh, he's still our king. Turn that shit off. I forgot.
Let me tell you something right now.
Oh.
I'm so proud of the champ, man. He really went out there and made me proud for a tough fight. Give him credit to Texas Fury. But man, I'm so proud of the champ. He really went out there and gave valiant effort. And you know, he can't do nothing but we can't do nothing but keep our chins up and keep champing our praise because we know that champ gonna come back and he gonna dominate once again. The Deontay Wilder.
Nigga, I was like, what? Man, I turned that shit right off, bro.
Man,
I just want to see how they was gonna flip it, bro. And boy, they didn't disappoint.
Bro,
they did. He's still a king. I'm really still.
The way they flip it, I need to try their pancakes because don't nobody flip the way that they flip.
You know, pancake sandwich. You know,
let me tell you something. CJ, let me tell you something. I don't know if you ever been friends, but I've been friends a couple of times. You know, I grew up in the military, and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing better than a crepe. I don't know if you know what a crepe is. You might not be as civilized to have a crepe because you know you out there in Detroit. Y'all niggas don't eat things like egg or waffles. But you know, cold egg or waffles too. You know it's cold out there. You know it's cold out there.
I'm in tears, bro. I'm in tears, my nigga, man. Yo.
But a crepe is a special kind of pastry that they have over there in France for
nigga.
For breakfast. But no, crepe it's a sweet pastry.
Egg, nigga. Egg. Nigga don't even know what a crepe is. Who got hurt?
A crepe is a French pancake. That's what it is. See? You see, I told you don't know what the hell you talking about. You only know about egg or waffle and stuff like that. That's what happened because you from Detroit. Y'all Detroit niggas. That's all y'all know about ice. Y'all only know about cold. That's why that boy named Ice with though. They only know about cold weather.
Who got hurt Spence before his mouthpiece got knocked out? I've been arguing it. There's no age out. Spence is only 3 years younger, you know. But Crawford got more knockouts than he got fights. So I mean, all fighters don't age equally neither. Ugas said he's 35. Do you believe it?
I believe there's a 5 at the end of his age. I don't know if there's a 3 in front of him.
No, Ugas didn't take a dive. That's how he fight. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly how that nigga fight, man. That nigga just be admiring his work. Bomac and them really need to make sure it's really tested so Spence can go back to normal.
I don't think the testing would matter.
Man, my about they just work on everything else, then work on the money. That's when I got problem put something together, fix something. I just work on everything else, then come back to that part. Work on gloves, venues, like just put that in writing.
They don't got to work on gloves because they both wear Everlast. So that
whatever they got going on, let's just work around everything else. Dates, ring girl,
ring size. who name get called first?
Sean Porter said the best. They should just work about. He said they're gonna ban you from Dallas. It is what it is. Shout out to Dallas. Ice cream, paint, John. They got mad because I said that dude's song was trash. I don't know. Who got some?
Yeah, buddy. Good. Rolling like a big shot.
Yeah, you need to usually to rap to Houston.
Yeah, because I don't. Who's from Dallas?
Yeah, Doro, Yellow Beezy. They probably ran out of songs on the walk through for Yellow Beezy.
I'm sorry, Yellow Beezy trash.
I don't know. That's on me, baby. That shit was lit. He had another song that was cold too. He said, "Keep F up." I had the prime Thurman beating Spence. Dallas full of Mexicans. He said hell yeah. And before the fight, he called for the knockout when Errol started to do that. I'll wait. All right, hey. He's pretty Mexican. He said PBC. PBC really give Bud Spence without having to fight another PBC fighter first. I don't know. I heard if he beat Spence, he for sure gonna get the Jermell fight. So I don't know.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he?
Support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. He said Spence couldn't even put Mikey on the canvas. That nigga came back with a super soldier serum. That's my favorite Marvel movie they ever produced in this new era. Winter Soldier.
Civil War.
Winter Soldier. I like Civil War too.
My favorite Marvel movie, that's a hard one. It's probably Spider-Verse.
Talking about the cartoon?
Yeah, that jump fire. That's the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
I ain't gonna argue with them, but
in my
I
opinion,
liked
like
it.
that.
But they really not Marvel though. They really like Sony / Marvel too though.
Yeah, there's some.
I mean, it's still Marvel. It's still Marvel though. So
Winter Soldier
I mean,
had better. Winter Soldier had the best fight.
Winter Soldier had Winter Soldier had a lot of action in it. That's what made it. Same thing with Civil War.
Yeah, I'd say out of the movies, Winter Soldier had the best fight scenes.
Yeah,
honestly,
man, that shit, man. Well, my man, that's from the UFC, bro. He was throwing down too. He was the
George St. Pierre.
Yeah, he was throwing down. He said they're gonna lie about Spence and Ugas pay-per-view numbers. I look from they never released Lubin and Fondor numbers.
How much do you think it was? Because for some reason PBC, PBC a lot of times when they be having those gaps in those cards, they end up blowing up in numbers. Because I remember Peter Quillen did like amazing numbers. I can't remember who he fought though. I think it was Jay Leon.
But he fought in Long Island.
Who wasn't?
When he fought in Long Island.
Who, Spence?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that was after the gold medal ring. Yeah, you talking about Peter Quillen?
Yeah, Peter Quillen. He fought in Long Island.
Peter Quillen did like.
He fought where Dr. J used to play. CJ. There's an echo, bro. You got.
That's Dr. Blick. I mean, salute to the homie that joined the
Battle
channel.
Rifle, the American Dr. Blick.
Oh, here you go. Tyson Fury got stage. He said Tyson Fury, my bad, got stage 4 shot leg syndrome. Didn't know that was a thing till I seen Counter Punch Boxing News make it. What is that? Stage 4 shot leg syndrome. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means. Oh no, his legs are shot. Like he on wobbly legs.
Oh, we'll see. Bud gonna make him do the stanky leg. They gonna go to war. Cooking with SERC. Salute. What's going on, bro? Bible on the Dash, Gunplay.
Okay, yeah, Bible on the Dash is a good song. Yeah, that's why Thurman I roll with the Bible on the Dash.
Thurman said he want Crawford next. I'll go to that if I could.
Yeah,
that shit like that's like an 8 week. That's like 6 week notice. That's a dangerous fight too. Not a Bud fanboy. I can't see how Spence could beat him, Crawford. Yeah, well, everybody got a chance, bro. Because one shot could change anything. You could strain something in the fight. Any type of shit, man. Remember they about to rob. Remember rob Fortuna. Who was they about to rob Fortuna when he took the dive? Was it Granados?
Granados, and my man said, "Oh, my neck, my back."
That nigga Fortuna said, "They not taking this away from me."
CJ, that was the most egregious shit I've ever seen in my life.
I understood it though.
CJ, the way you don't understand though. The way he just shut down, like he just fainted. It just
I understood it though, bro. I definitely understood it.
Me and my brother was watching. My brother was like, "Nah, he ain't just do that. Why'd he do that?"
I understood. I kept taking. Look, bro.
I feel like that fight right there.
That was on the Campo undercard, wasn't it?
Yes. CJ, that fight right there, I'm telling you this right now, it ruined Granado's career because he was like, I'm staying at 140. I'm not going back up to 147. And right then and there, his shot, all of that stuff, I think that was for like a title eliminator or some shit like that.
That wasn't even his fault though. I mean, Fortuna was just acting a monkey. Like
they was about to rob him. Shit.
Granados was coming back, and he was hurting Fortuna. Fortuna said, "Oh no, I don't."
No, they kept saying point. That nigga Fortuna was like, "I'm done." He said, "Merman Thurman better chill. It's murder."
Did Fortuna fight Haney, or did that fight never happen?
Come on, pig, pussy, pork. It never happened.
Never happened.
How many pay-per-views do you think Errol? Remember JoJo fought him. How many pay-per-views do you think Errol did if you Curry? I don't know.
Listen, we don't know that, but we know how many pay-per-views Tank did.
I'll say it did.
And it's not good.
It's not good.
You said 175?
Yeah, I'll say 175.
You say that's what they're gonna report. That's what you think? Honestly, they did.
No, I think that's what they honestly did. Like 175.
Get the hell out of here.
Ugas and Pacquiao did 200 though.
What's wrong with 175?
Ugas and Pacquiao did 200. So
that's because of Pacquiao.
So I don't have a number, bro. I don't honestly, bro. You mute your phone too, bro, or whatever you got.
My phone is bugging up.
I'm talking about him. That's your. Oh, my bad.
No, it's my phone.
Yeah, look at you. See that?
That's it. I ain't say no name though. You feel guilty though. You definitely feel guilty.
Yeah,
I ain't say nobody's name.
You definitely feel guilty.
Triple should have fought Billy Joe. Triple G have had Billy Joe and waited. Yeah, Oscar said if you fight Billy Joe, ain't no Canelo fight. Big draws as in panties. LDBC yo. He said was on his knees when 7-8 invited him to speak with Wilder. 7-8 ain't nothing but a middleman who don't want to introduce you to the connect. And his connect is Fred though. That's all you gotta do is ask Fred. All you gotta do is ask Fred. You know, he don't never want them niggas. Man, it was like some dudes trying to get on Trill Boxer Talk. He was like, "You don't get." I'm like, I ain't know. He said, I ain't saying no names.
If me and that full friend was still cool, I probably could have been had interviews, but I
got other ways to get interviews, bro. So it's already written in history that Spence waited out Bud until 35-30. Spence protected want us to forget that he did. Talking about he did 5 years ago. Then I'm like, all right, bro. Anytime you got something about 5 years. Like, bro,
well, that's
some
why
people
I
ain't
say
have 5 years.
That's why I say then why don't Crawford can't just fight Thurman and make him wait?
Ain't no better shit unless it's on free TV. Either way they fight, I'll be there. How about that? If I can, I'll be there. I'll buy that.
It should be on free. That fight should be on free TV.
Where would they have it more than likely?
Vegas. They both fought the same venue last time.
Yeah, too. Vegas.
They both fought
Vegas is where that fight belongs.
That should be fire though. I ain't gonna lie, that should be fire.
At the Mandalay.
I think they waited too long though. Because they go, let's say push the fight back to Jane. You really don't want to put no fight deep in the cold, neither though. If you think about it, that's when so they really gonna have to stay in warm state areas, bro. You really don't want a nigga going out, man. You really don't want to wait till it get cold, man. That's when germs start spreading. So that's my thing, bro. So I don't know, man. So I mean, they gonna fight November, December. They got to continue with Canelo being back on pay-per-view too. So you got to remember that too. So it's a mark. Really, you want to keep, if any other shows or pay-per-views in America, you really want to keep your mark before Christmas. And then that's when everybody want to fight on pay-per-view November, December, especially October, November, December. Everybody want to get on pay-per-view. Facts, they still make excuses for Wilder.
I still don't understand why boxing just don't be holding the events when basketball is the summertime, bro. I don't understand.
Nope. In the summer, you might get like 1 or 2 big fights, even 2 if you lucky. One.
Most of the time in the summertime is when they supposed to have a big fight and they get canceled or something like that.
Now you don't think that's when more of the arenas are around too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, Kofi, you gotta understand. They're not gonna get those views because USFL just dropped.
I heard the XFL dissed them. Who got 43? Or the XFL?
What for?
He said, "Bud better."
I thought the XFL went bankrupt before you even started.
No, The Rock bought it.
I thought he failed at it.
Hell no, they just dropped the diss track or something. Hell no, he just bought it like last year.
Oh, I wonder if Johnny Manziel gonna play it.
No, what's up, fellas? What's going on?
What up, bro?
2 Jacksonville niggas in here. 2 dope boys in the Cadillac.
Hey. I be on Twitter and shit, and motherfuckers is out here saying if Spence beat Bud, he #1 pound for pound.
That's fine.
That's true. That could be fine. That's
fine.
Nah.
Over Canelo? What?
Nah. My problem with it is,
look, here's your pound for pound list. I don't care who you got.
Nah. I ain't tripping about that. It's just the fact, right? Y'all shit on Bud, right? Y'all say he ain't fought nobody.
Ooh, you make it too. I see where you going with this, brother.
So Spence beating him shouldn't matter enough to make him pound for pound. So if y'all saying if he beat Bud, he pound for pound, that means Bud must be a good ass fighter.
It's kind of like that argument I keep hearing almost every single time they drop a top rank video about. What was his name? Shakur Stevenson and Valdez.
They got the little thing on too.
What
they had the blood, sweat, and tears for Shakur. I was watching it in Valdez. Valdez crying about, I cried when I cried about when I tested positive.
When he drank his tea?
Yeah, he said they said he wasn't gonna make it public and I was gonna retest, and I look on social media and it's like
oh, don't nobody feel sorry for you, you sucker.
It probably was the
they say Burchett was basically a nobody. So I'm like, what happens if he beats Valdez then? Is he beating another nobody?
They always move the cold pack. You know, I like when they disrespect the opponent because this make the fight seem more real. When they was bigging up Ugas, stay up, Ugas. Oh, you Ugas, you ain't
Keep
flying.
your head up,
you know?
guys.
They act like everybody trash till they fight Spence.
The same thing with Sean Porter. You forgot.
They said Sean Porter was
a running. Well, he can't fail our family down. He gonna get easy knockout. Listen. If Bud were to get here, he need to fight somebody like Sean Porter. Because Sean Porter's a really great welterweight.
They not fan. I don't even like. I would just like to put a pistol to one of them. Well, a water pistol to one of their heads. Like, how you get into boxing?
A Nerf gun.
A Nerf gun. Like, how you get into boxing, bro? Like, well, how did you get into boxing?
What did I tell you the other day, CJ? You was right. You are absolutely right. A lot of people do not deserve to be talking about the sport.
That nigga making all these motherfucking memes and all these pictures, but we ain't heard about no contract.
You ain't lying.
Because that's how they win.
They say he still asked for 80-20.
They went in the battle of the memes, yes. Well, guess what Bud gonna win? He gonna win the fight.
Man, them niggas gonna have so many excuses, man. They ain't even want this fight. They was just saying, "Oh, I don't want to see it." CC was saying, "You know, I mean, when she fight."
Yeah, I don't even want to see him box.
Bet.
But listen, you dirty. Yeah, I said I don't care.
Her channel lit though. Stop playing with her. Her channel lit.
Listen,
I'm
you
start
dirty
doing jail
scallywag.
videos.
Yeah, I said
shit,
it. You
man.
Dirty scallywag. Talk about your little bulldagger.
She gonna pick your ass up and suplex your ass.
She could do all she want. I got homegirls out
you
fighting
Kobe?
Straight out the south side.
And that motherfucker gonna Goldberg your ass.
Oh, she's probably here.
Listen, with her high cholesterol, she ain't tackling
nothing. He said, Smee said, if Water coming back, if not, it's because of the business. Man, he said he been cheated. He don't need to. He said he made some money. He got residential, commercial. He said he got all types of investments. Texas is most known for chopped and screwed in the biddies. I don't know what the biddies is.
I'll beat you bump.
Tony McGuire had the best Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I enjoyed them too. I enjoyed them. It depends on what you like. If you like drama, then it was his movies. You like kind of the fun kid thing. Then
the third one was terrible though.
The Zone don't drop numbers, do they?
No. Especially unless they pay-per-views is gonna be on the cable networks. They might. He said, "You got any info on Triple G and Murata numbers?" Oh shit, them niggas probably did $1 billion. You probably could look for that. They probably did $1 billion.
In China, they definitely
just
did,
in Japan.
In Japan, they did.
They paid Triple G a hell of a lot of money. That's all he
for
cared
the
about.
millions.
He said they want to talk about better skilled fighters when he fought a Mexican, but they can't admit Crawford is more skilled than Errol Spence. Well, hey man, Sean Porter said it best. Errol Spence like to keep doing the same shit. He like just beat you at your own. Man, Errol Spence. You know, people talking about Bud not being disciplined. Man, Errol Spence. Then I had to really look at it from this point. I started really looking at it like last Saturday, and then he said that when he fought Sean Porter, he knew he was gonna go in there and not listen to Derrick James and bang. He ain't no disciplined fighter neither.
Nah, they just dogs. They egos. They got egos.
But Bud can follow a game plan though. That's a fact.
I think Spence can outwork Bud until he get caught.
Well, when you fight somebody that don't stand in front of you, ain't no workage. You remember people saying that about Amir Khan? Like Amir Khan,
right.
It's gonna start off fast, and Bud took that personal. What's that Jordan Mill from the last night? I took that personal, and he started off fast. Like when Bud got more tools in the tool bag, he can. Errol Spence just keep doing the same shit over and over again. That's it. You know, whatever Derrick James style, you just do it until it work. That's all it is. If Derrick James fighters wasn't durable, bro, he'd be flipping burgers at Mickey D's. Dude.
Spence might end up like Julian Jackson, dog.
You know, but the thing about them niggas very
I don't know
durable.
about that.
His fighters are very durable.
Nah, nigga, you fight somebody until you fight a nigga that can take your punch, and then that shit over with.
Well, that's why when you move up in fucking weight or stay somewhere.
Yeah, but how far can you really go against Gerald McClellan? I mean, that you kind of ran into a wall.
Man, that nigga was different. He was motherfucking out.
But here's the thing, though: who's gonna be remembered when it's all said and done?
And that's why people. That's why you got matchmaking. That's why you got matchmaking. That's what all.
It's not even really so much the opponents. I'm just saying, like, who's gonna be remembered.
That's what it is. That's why they matchmaking. You mean if all these niggas just fought each other, just was like some Royal Rumble type shit, just fought each other, just And all them fights, everybody had losses.
Hell yeah, they would.
Everybody had losses. Belts would be getting exchanged, all types of shit. Everybody had losses. That's what matchmaking do. That's why you last longer. It's kind of like portioning out your food for the month. That's what matchmaking is.
That's specifically why almost everybody, when they talk about how unimpressed they are with junior middleweight, I'm like, well, that's because everybody's been fighting each other. Everybody's been losing.
Yeah, it's like one of them. It's like people can say that's probably one of the best catchweight divisions. 30,
How the fuck
40? But like I said before,
how can you be unimpressed with 54?
They don't have that name there. They don't have that elite name.
It's never was a glamour division.
They never built the fighters up to have names and be undefeated, but it's the best division. For sure, we know they're going to report 350, 250 men. Like, well, hey, at the end of the day, so be it. You know, you think he really sold 30? No, that's comps in there. That's every fight. Every fight's just comps. You know, they just released Jose Ramirez and old boy Pedraza had more. They didn't have more comps than sold tickets in Fresno. He supposed to be a draw in Fresno. Fast Crawford is 35, but they pushing the narrative that they're in peak, and but man, like I said before, I was on the space with some clowns talking about they peak. Like, man, shut y'all.
Get out of here.
You like high 35 peak, nigga. This nigga got more knockouts than he got fucking fights.
They think they Bernard Hopkins, CJ.
Yeah, like, man, get out of here, man. That's an anomaly. Archie is an anomaly. That shit don't happen. You know, Crawford said he fighting in the summer, so there you go. You probably getting that fight January, February, as long as he don't get cut. Maybe December. I don't see how because he fight in July. You got August, September, October, November. So he gonna have to be right back in the gym. This shit should have been done a lot faster, dude. You know, depending on what type of fight he in, you talking about August, September, October, November. And Deontay Wilder, nobody talk about that. Deontay Wilder turned around too quick.
I told you that last time, man. That Wayne.
Well, it didn't matter. You hear MTK Global close the shop? Where you hear that at? Shut your mouth.
Nah, they did. I heard about that too.
What?
Yeah, they say they let me see if I can find
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, they said they closed their offices or some shit.
Boxing firm founded by Kinahan shut down. Yo, that's the first thing he put in. I knew it was. Yep. MTK Global cease operation amid Daniel Kinahan leaks. That mean that they about to get his ass. He might want to, go to another country that ain't gonna extradite
liquidate
his ass.
all his assets.
Yep, that mean the people over there in Dubai. That mean that they about to get to work. So he might as well just I don't know where else he can go. China might be we going to bring a lot of money to China.
Russia.
Yeah, Russia. Shit, Russia probably take him. You know what I'm saying? So he got to come. He might, be gone. Have to go right now. But my thing is this: I ain't mad at it, bro. It'd be a bigger story if it was a brother. I ain't mad at it though, but shit, we got way more, shit to be worried about than this. He's pummeling cocaine in there. If we talk about the history of cocaine getting plummeted in America, man, it'll be some people that. Let me be quiet. I just say,
you better stop before your channel get demonetized. Just don't go there. Just don't go there. Don't tell no truth.
I'm not
because you don't want to get me started, bro.
They probably gonna say testing.
Listen, I went on a rant. You think Town be talking about stuff
I said
like
the B
that?
word. I went
on a rant, CJ, on the phone with Town. It damn near had him flabbergasted. He was like, I ain't heard that. I said a word. He was like, I ain't heard that word in a minute.
You can't say the B word on there neither, on YouTube neither. You can't put it in your title. You can't put in your thumb word. I'm not talking about the BIT. I'm talking about the BU word.
Yeah.
And you can't say that.
What
They
y'all
took
think
down
about
my thumbnail. What? Which one? Errol, if he wins, not pound for pound. Well, hey, it is what it is. It's subjective. It's somebody's opinion. It's no concrete pound for pound list. Everybody got their opinion.
I think that's a good take. That would be double undisputed, but at the same time, you beat. At the same time,
talking about Errol, bro, not Crawford.
No.
Errol wins. He's talking about Crawford. Crawford already pound for pound.
He said
no. I ain't worried about no Canelo. I ain't worried about no damn Canelo.
I think he replying to what I said. I said, because how I said they was trying to save Spence. Because some niggas already got Spence. They number one pound for pound.
It is what it is. All I'm saying is this, man. Canelo, good fighter, man. But until he stop putting stipulations on niggas, man, I'm good. He'd be asterisk number 2. When somebody say, "Well, I fucked him," you can't even say it. He be putting non-disclosure agreements on there. He cold, but he cold.
So what he got on Beaver?
Man, I ain't at liberty to say. I promise I wouldn't say that. Before they signed the fight, I knew what he had on Beaver. They lying. They lying. How about that? And I ain't just saying this from a place of hate.
I've been saying for the longest.
So he got some shit on Beaver too.
What you think? He put a rehydration clause on Rocky.
Come on, yo, bro. What you mean? What he got on Beaver? I just
Rocky
realized
Nah, but shit, back in the day, so the fight at 75 or is it at 68?
75.
Yeah, but
Beaver
title.
Beaver told him he'll fight him at 68, bro.
But it's for Beaver title. So what? It's for Beaver title.
No, man, I don't look at it.
It's for Beaver's title.
But he said
he
go down to 68. But my thing is, just fight him straight up.
He shouldn't have said that shit.
Yeah, just fight him straight up, bro. What's the problem?
If you tell me you're gonna fight me with one hand behind your back, I'm taking that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fuck you up.
It's gonna happen. I ain't even watching that fight, dude. I'm gonna go give me some.
Y'all niggas know y'all go.
Well, you're not watching
that. I ain't watching that BS.
I bet y'all won't.
I'm about to go down to Mexican town, man.
Nigga might beat Canelo, bro.
Hold on, let me see my calendar real quick. So we got.
Let me check my palm.
Oh shit! Yeah,
man, that nigga beat Canelo. Y'all gonna be happy as
fuck. I'm down in Mexican. I'm downtown. I'm going to Locos. I'm going somewhere in Mexican town. Hell yeah! I'm going to Locos.
Speaking of downtown,
margaritas. I'm gonna give me a lift down there too.
Speaking of downtown, I'm going all the way downtown this weekend. You know where I'm going. I'm going back to the motherland.
You going to Africa?
Nope, Colombia.
The motherland, like in Africa. Errol was saying, no, he said, hey, my boy said Goldberg. You think on Spears? What's up, 1 hour? He said, I hate the narrative that Spence beats you at your own game. That's a lot. Spence is pushing to a fight. He just do the same thing every fight.
Yeah, he just does the same thing all the time. That's all he does.
I mean, that shit gonna work.
You just gotta take his jab away. That's all you gotta really do. You take his jab away, shit.
Dubai has no extradition. He says that's why he went over, but apparently they work with the United States though. So that's what they're saying. He worked with the United States, and they saying the United States.
So wait, just to touch back on that, CJ. So maybe Espinoza already had the word on what was about to happen.
Well, you already knew. They already put the thing up about
man.
That.
They probably had somebody snitch on dog.
He better get his shit together. All of a sudden, they working with the United States out the blue.
Lawyer up.
Man, boy, lawyer up. You better, man. What Bum B say? Well, new feds in time my ass. You better got to go and get out of there.
Run for it. Run for it. Run.
They about to come over there. They about to come over there like the Dark Knight when he went and got my man.
Yep. after Harvey fell down.
Best place to go on the run is Mexico. Everybody goes there on the run. Well, shit, he in
that
Dubai.
Shit too close, boy.
That's too far. It is too close. See, the best place for him, man, China, Russia. And how you gonna get there? Because you go through the air and the plane just stop in one of them places. So I don't know how you gonna get there. But shit.
He better run.
You got to move all that cash there too. If you got it in cash, that's man. He probably got it thought out. People like that already had plans.
They already had the plan A and B and C. He probably was already. He probably already in the safe house.
Yep.
We don't even know.
He said when you see Crawford fight, you understand that if he never stepped the foot in boxing gym, he would be good at fighting. Yeah, he can that athlete.
He's just a raw athlete. But you know what make Bug great? It's the same thing that made players like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Tom Brady. He has that competitive nature in him. Like he don't like nobody do one up in him. You get what I'm saying? Like he has to. I don't think Floyd had that. I just think Floyd was just a hard worker. That's all it was. Like there's a difference between being a hard worker and having like a killer man. Kobe had that same thing where you obsess over winning so much to the point where people don't want to be around you because all you want to do is compete with them. Floyd don't got that because guess what? Floyd not competitive. If he was competitive, he wouldn't have 50 girlfriends.
Oh Lord. Oh, TB, my bad, bro. I'm about to get off.
Or be wearing the biggest purse.
Okay, bro. I appreciate y'all. I can listen to this on Spotify next morning. I'm about to finish watching Brooklyn and the Celtics, man.
We did in the third quarter.
Yeah, you get my Linktree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, first
and make sure you subscribe to them. What time the podcast will be up in the morning?
9 in the morning. Appreciate y'all. Peace.